Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online, and I have a bunch of people on my kin to say hello to apparently, but today I plan to be going through Wildwood again, or not going through Wildwood, preparing for Wildwood on my hunter and going through Trollshaws questing again. So as a little bit of a recap, what I was doing with this character is basically trying to get him up to the level for Wildwood so he can quest in Wildwood. Which is update 29 and will be coming out probably within the next couple weeks. And yeah, I'm trying to level him. I want to get to about level 42 overall, and last time we were questing through Trollshaws, I started at level 31. Apparently I got level 34. That's actually something I just thought about when I logged into this character, that I was having so much fun just questing in Trollshaws, I stopped caring about this character's progress. So that's one of the things I really like about LOTRO, is you can, or at least I can, just go on about adventuring like that or doing something and don't really care about like the rewards or progress or whatever that I'm making, as far as like character level, for example, this was, which I should have in the next, maybe in the next month I will have a video on that topic. And I do want to say hello to everybody in the chat. First, Wesley Ways was here before the stream started, so I don't know if they're here now, but they said they recently subscribed and they just got into the game. So Wesley, I hope you enjoy the content and hope you enjoy the game as well. And also hello to Roland, Tommy D, Hunsu, and Ryuk Eke. And I caught Ryuk off guard, it looks like, because I started the stream at a little bit of an unusual time. The last time, I usually do actually try to do Saturday streams, not necessarily at this specific time, but a little bit earlier than I usually do. And the last time I did a Saturday stream, the result of that stream changed my channel forever, basically, because that is the stream that we decided collectively, sort of, that I would be getting a webcam that you see me from right now. And Roland, I am doing pretty fine today. I was hoping to get to the stream a little bit earlier, but ultimately I did not. And that is one thing. So for Roland, it is 22 p.m. That'd be like 10 p.m. I think. And yeah, that is one thing about doing Saturday streams. I like to do them a little bit earlier just so I can be a little bit more inclusive of like viewers from time zones where it is a lot later than where I am. So like EU times, basically, and some other ones. So I am out of quest slots, but I have a ton of missions. I just want to go through some of them. I don't know if any of these sound particularly interesting. How about the Branches of Corruption? That one sounds interesting. But to start the stream, I do plan to do missions. That's what I did last time. They're a good little bit of XP, and they give me some actually surprisingly decent rewards, I think. So last time I did the missions, I did them in Blue Line, and this time I want to try them in Red Line. And I have no idea what I'm doing in this mission. Supposedly, I'm supposed to find somebody. I don't want to use this. I was thinking if I really want to start gaining XP to get closer to level 42, I'll start using this. But one thing with this character, you all probably know I don't play Hunter all that often, and hello the person from Russia. I just cannot read that name at all, unfortunately. But I still appreciate the comment and the greetings. Sometimes missions are really weird, or maybe even the hunter is really weird. Like these mobs, I'll use Swiftbow there and I'll do the 2 attacks and not do that much damage, but if I get a crit with even Barbed Arrow or Quick Shot, as we saw earlier, it'll do a ton of damage. I guess it's just the inconsistency of if I get a crit or not. It seems to be really noticeable when mobs die this quick, that the time difference is relatively large, it seems like. Hello, Bryant Weatherton, as well. I know I've done these Saturday streams a lot, but it's always great to actually see the turnout, because I really do feel like it's a weird time, especially because I'm relatively inconsistent not doing these every Saturday, as I would actually like to do these streams every Saturday. Sometimes I just have other things to work on, or if there's a particularly big video topic, sometimes I'll spend a good chunk of the weekend working on it, but I do not have that, and I'm kind of saving my video working energy for some potential stuff coming later this week. I really like the animations of the red line better. Like, there's a lot of good stuff about the blue line, but the animations for inducting, I really like that with the red line. See, I'm still trying to find somebody. I know I'm just killing these mobs and don't even technically need to, but that is what I do as a hunter, just shoot things that I see. And one thing also with this character, oh, I wonder if I was supposed to go here. I don't really remember specifically this mission. I think we are in the bridge area right down here in Grey Mountains, Irid Mithrin. And hello, Dan's Adventures, and you said you're actually able to catch a stream this early. Oh, you're on break for an hour, it sounds like, from work. Yeah, I would say this is probably where I need to be going with 2 signatures right here. Apparently I found whatever I needed to, though. I guess I have to... Okay, this Glimloth here is a tree. Then I need to kill all his little signature Taurog friends. Sometimes Redline actually surprises me with a little bit of the burst, and hello to Richarian or Ricarian, not sure how that would be pronounced. In Dan's Adventure, this is not Wildwood. Wildwood has not been released yet. I am preparing for Wildwood. Preparing my hunter for Wildwood, trying to get him leveled up a little bit. I still have about 8 levels to go, and that's one thing I have to consider with this character, is after Trollshaws, I might do Misty Mountains to help me get closer to 42, but the problem with Misty Mountains, I was thinking, is I would like to do the whole zone, especially Goblin Town if I did that. And I have no idea what mission I just did. Branches of Corruption or something like that. Ooh, we have a new mission, the Secret Supply Line. I can go ahead and do that with this character. We'll just start with the missions, and I need to talk to Asuma for this. Or Ozma. I always want to call him Asuma. Which mission is that? Okay, the Secret Supply Line. Oh. There we go. Took a minute to actually get that in. Hello, Brandon Joyce as well. In Ryuk, I am not sure how much Wildwood will cost. That will be interesting to see because... Mainly because it's not a new zone. It is a new major update, but... It is just a part of Breland, and it's a pretty significant amount of the zone. It seems like there will be a decent amount of content and stuff with it, but yeah, it'll be interesting if it's like a regular quest pack cost or not, just because it seems like it could be relatively small compared to a normal major update like that. But ultimately, we will have to see. Unfortunately, I don't have any insights into the cost of Wildwood. What I do know is it will be a regular quest pack, though. So it won't be like a mini expansion or any deal like that. And Jose Molina, I am playing on Anor right now. Oh, I need to pick up the summoning horn. I thought there was something extra. I've finally gotten to this mission on a couple of my characters. You get these kind of special missions that, as you advance, I think it's with the reputation with the Gabalaka. Whenever you get a new reputation tier, you get these new missions, and I've gotten through some of them on some of my characters, but one of the problems with missions is I do them very scattered on a whole bunch of different characters, so they're pretty convenient to sometimes do on my alts, but they're not something I grind the same character every day with, so my progress per character is a little bit slow on the missions. But all of my characters, or not all of my characters, but a good chunk of them are like getting towards doing this and getting a little bit of reputation. And that is what gave me the idea, I think I talked about this last time, that having stuff progress for something like missions would be perfect to be account-bound progress, I think. Okay, now we are back on track and actually destroying these supply carts. So Tommy, you have an interesting challenge for me. I should probably play blue line for this mission. I know I was going to try red line for the missions, but this one very much seems geared towards blue line. And I still feel like for my character overall, blue line is more powerful, and I forgot I was going to craft this character gear. It's not like he really needs gear, he's not super underpowered or weak or anything, but just because I do have a tailor and can craft gear pretty easily, that is something I want to do. So about the challenge Tommy has, oh, I am playing blue line, so I have to remember my keybinds are different on this spec. So you think me and my kinmates should get drunk in game and try to do a classic raid like Rift? Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the drunk effect very much so changes the screen. Makes it a little bit distorted and stuff. The last time I got drunk in the game was doing the Harvest Math Festival, I think. And it definitely was a little bit hard to see. I feel like that'd be the biggest thing as far as getting drunk in game goes. I wonder what the radius on Split Shot is. It is a 5-meter radius, so let's see if this hits anybody but the one. Okay, it did hit 2 of them and actually one-shot one of the goblins. And since missions scale to your level when you start them, and I leveled up, this mission is technically 1 level too low for me. Not too low, but lower than I am. Ooh, so Wesley, Guild Wars 2 is very different than LOTRO as far as the gameplay. At least to me, the gameplay and the feel of Guild Wars 2 is very different. I prefer the LOTRO style of gameplay, kind of that older MMORPG feel. But I'm glad you are enjoying it so far just because it is so different. And Brian, you are wondering if the missions give anything useful? Not too much. But it slowly adds up over time as how I would describe what the missions give you. So each individual mission will give you a little bit of motes of enchantment, and this Gobalaka War Marks is only used for cosmetics. So most of the rewards are cosmetics, but you get a little bit of motes of enchantment, and there are plenty of deeds that give a bit of virtue XP. It's not all too much overall, but it is a little bit of a decent amount. When the missions were first launched and released with War of Three Peaks, they did not give nearly as much as they do now, so it's been slowly improved as far as the rewards go. So this mission is a little bit funny because the first time I did it, I forgot to actually pick up the horn and summon whatever NPC I need to, Ozma. So I couldn't get the supply cart, so I ran through this whole place. I think it was on like my warden or something, just killing the mobs without actually knowing what I needed to do. That was a very quick lesson for future alts, just because it was time consuming and I had to run all the way back to the beginning and then could pick up everything. Ooh, Guild Wars 1, it has been a very long time since I played that. I think I like Guild Wars 1 more than Guild Wars 2, but I'm not sure. If I try to play Guild Wars 1 again, I'm not sure I would like it. I could. But I think the main reason I like Guild Wars 1 was just because I had people to play with. I feel like that game would be relatively boring, at least from what I remember. That was so long ago, I hardly remember how it even played. But I feel like it's a game that, at least to me, seemed like it'd be a lot more fun playing with people. And yeah, the nice thing about motes of enchantment is you can't get embers of enchantment, but you can get motes of enchantment, and the motes of enchantment you can get ally upgrades and that type of stuff that I find. That's what's most useful for me out of them. I don't really care about getting the boxes of gear for leveling characters, especially because very frequently crafted gear is significantly better, especially at like low levels. But getting the LI, you have the max tier Skulls of Empowerment and Starlight Crystals. Those are my favorite things for the Motes of Enchantment. Alright, it looks like we need to go to the east here. But with this character, I really do have to decide what I want to do after Trollshaws. If it doesn't get me level 42, I could just grind instances. I say grind in a bad way. I feel like I could run instances and have fun doing it at the same time. I could just do missions and slowly do stuff like that. But one thing with this character is I am considering actually continuing this character and just questing a little bit after I finish Wildwood. If I enjoy him enough, I might do like a Regian after Wildwood on this character, which I never thought. I thought I'd probably have a bit of fun leveling this character, but I'm just surprised how much fun I'm having playing the Hunter, especially considering for so long I just never felt in the mood for Hunter.
What is happening up there? Why aren't the supplies moving?
I have no idea what that goblin was doing. He had low morale. I hit him already with something. And Wesley, you were wondering if bearings, I think you mean the bearings. They are viable tanks. They are fairly viable. They're not the best tank. I think the Captain is the best tank. As far as comparing the Bearwing to the Guardian, I think they're a little bit closer. But overall, they will be viable. It's just for specifically the higher difficulty tiers for endgame people, I'd rather a Captain. And Bearwings are usually limited to healing because of that. But while leveling, the Bearwing is definitely a great tank. And if you find like a kinship to run group content with, you're more likely to be able to just like run what you want with them. But yeah, the Bearwing, the blue line, that is one of my favorite tanks to play actually, and I need to talk to Ozma, and I will just summon the horn, or use the horn to summon him. Okay, so now we are witnessing his idea, and the best way to do this is actually face to see what he's doing, but I want to organize my inventory, and I have to remember before we get going with questing, I need to stop by Bree or somewhere and get the subscriber town services. So Wesley, you said you've been playing solo a lot, and that's kind of sad. Solo, I think LOTRO can be very fun solo, as I am doing today, but yes, group content I also think is very fun, and especially if you can try to do some while leveling, I would encourage that. That's a pretty fun end to the mission, I suppose. Just blow that all up. And hello, Cyanium. It has been a long while since I've seen you, and I am doing well. You said, yeah, you're often asleep when I stream, because I usually stream in the evenings, my time, which is for, it seems like a lot of people, they'll say it's like 3 a.m. I don't know why that specific time is so common, but that is when I stream, it seems like for a lot of people. Which definitely is sleeping time, at least for me. So I need to do one more mission. Ooh, what is a fun sounding mission? How about Wings over Growlinworth? Sounds like there will be drakes. And as usual, it seems like it'll take a minute for everything in the actual mission to load up. Maybe? Okay, it's little whelplings, not quite drakes. And I'm aiding wounded dwarves. This is one nice thing about missions. I feel like I say it a lot when I do them, but you get to actually take your characters to places they normally would not be able to go. So like this character is level 35, but I am in Elderslade, the newest zone in LOTRO. So it's just nice to actually be able to take a low level character like this and see this place. split shot almost one-shots them. It's almost frustrating because of that. It does good damage and I still kill all the mobs quick, but wow, that was taking a long time to help this wounded dwarf up. But with killing mobs that quickly, if they don't get one shot, it's almost like their casting quick shot just took so much time, it seemed like. Even though I am still killing things quickly overall, it just feels a little bit weird, I guess, because of it. But if I get a crit, which I got no crits there. Also could use, I probably should have been using this more frequently. Low cut does good damage and would just finish them off. But anyway, it just feels odd to me, basically. A little bit odd timing. There would have been that low cut. It only hit one mob because I was poorly positioned, but that was a lot of damage numbers that came up at once. I think I don't remember if I bleeded him, but I had an arrow attack, probably an auto attack, scourging blow, which did 2 attacks, and even blindside. All that came at once. And I need to defeat one more whelpling and maybe... Oh, here's the spawn of Athramoth. I thought I was saying I needed to defeat the spawn as in I needed to defeat all the mobs there, but the spawn is actually a named NPC here. I really do feel like the speed compared to Redline is definitely a lot faster. It seems like that was one thing I was testing, of course, in the last stream. Oh, is this one? Wings over? Oh, I also got the weekly done. So this is also, somebody mentioned missions, I kind of forgot about this part, is once a week you can get a lot of motes of enchantment for doing the weekly. And the weekly, you have to do the missions 4 times, the mission daily 4 times, and the mission daily is to do 3 missions. But this one you can get 3 scrolls of empowerment or 1 starlit crystal. It's not really that much and they're a little bit low tier, but they're overall helpful. And I'll get the starlit crystal, we'll send that to my warden. And I should probably go ahead and do that so I don't forget. I don't think I need to do anything with that mail. The another matter of importance quest, that is what I was looking at. This might be a hunter quest, actually, so I should look at that. Yeah, I'm guessing that is the hunter class quest. But as far as motes of enchantment, while we're here, the rewards that I'm mainly interested in are these scrolls of empowerment and starlight crystals, and I think that is it. Not really interested in the other stuff. And this is the Gobalaka Quartermaster, which I cannot barter for anything because I don't have enough reputation, but that is all the stuff there is. There's housing decorations. There are... oh yeah, there's the Battle Goat mount, and there are a bunch of different weapons. I'm actually curious, there's a crossbow. I don't know if there's a regular bow because these are dwarves and they don't really use bows, but they use crossbows. That's actually, for a crossbow, I think a relatively decent looking one, but a lot of these weapons I actually really like the look of. I think the only ones I don't like the look of are the spears. So like this character, yeah, the spears, they're not really bad looking, but they're just not as good as other spears to me. But just for this character, if I can actually find the sword, I think these swords look really nice as well, and that's mainly what I'd be interested in as far as the rewards go, the cosmetic weapons there. But anyway, for what I need to do next, because we finished the missions, already leveled up, I want to go to Breeland. I wonder if I should craft this character a gear set. It would be pretty quickly overall. The scrolls are not level 83. The scrolls from the motes of enchantment, I think they were 74. And then the starlight crystal is 58, so they're one below, like one cap, I guess. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to think of a way to describe it, but the different level ranges for the scrolls of empowerment, the maximum tiers, it goes, I don't know what it is below, but 74, then 83, these are 74 in short. Looks like I have upgrade pants here, just random loot. That's nice. And then I have boots here. I'd actually consider these. It would give me a lot of morale. I don't really notice that I need morale, but I would lose a little bit of finesse. But I have so little finesse that this actually is almost 2% finesse. I think I need that finesse somehow. Okay, Okay, VIP rewards, the most OP item in the game, the subscriber town services. And then other gear, this gives max morale, I'd rather the crit rating, probably with this one as well. I'll go ahead and unlock that, don't need to save that. Shoulder pads I don't want. Okay, so everything else I can sell. That old bow, try to clean up my inventory really quick. I do have this 26 teal dagger, but I don't think I want that. Alright, so inventory is clean. Well, not clean, I have to actually sell, and then it'll be clean. Tome of the Cat, don't care about that. I think I have that on my lore master. I wonder if somebody might need that. I'll go ahead and save it. Save all my crafting resources just so they can sit there in my inventory. Okay, all that is sold. Probably will use these rep items, but I can just wait until I get more. And I think the next step for this character is to go questing, or the hunter class quest. That's probably better for me to do. I wonder if this character's even done the level 15 class quest. I kind of doubt it, but we will check. Let's see, if I show completed, this will take a minute to load, or not that long. I don't see anything that would suggest that I have done. Maybe introduction? Okay, it's not on that. Special? Nope. I am going the wrong way. But yeah, the class quests, they might be good for me to go ahead and do. Get this character set up a little bit better. Here we are. Yeah, I have both of these quests to do. So this one, the level 31, would give me a nice bow, but mine, the crafted one, is actually quite a bit better. And then the level 15 class quest, you get bearskin helmet. Okay, so for both of these quests, where do I need to go? There's one in Adso's camp. They're actually both at Adso's camp. That's actually pretty convenient. I didn't even see they were the same NPC. So I think the quickest way to get there is actually use my port to Bree while I am in Bree. Convenient thing about the hunter and having ports that have no cooldown, I can actually use them to travel within the city to a place closer to my destination. I don't know if I have Adso's camp unlocked. If I don't, it is no problem. It'll be a quick ride overall. There was another thing I meant to do on this character. I actually forgot again. I was hoping today to get on my Runekeeper to craft this character armor, but also to get my Prospector and Forester up so I could actually start gathering stuff in Trollshaws, but I did not get that done as well. I do have... It would be pretty quick to craft overall if I had the stuff. I don't know if I'd have it in my shared storage though. Let's see, try to stay on the road and stay going where I need to. Platinum ore would not help. I could see, I don't know how much gold this character has. He has 13 gold actually, wow. I could see what the auction house has real quick while I'm writing here. So I need something like rich iron ore. I actually would buy that if this character had enough gold. And then the other thing I would need is probably sturdy hide would be the easiest to get. And I already have a decent amount of those. But yeah, looks like I probably won't be able to get this character's crafting all the way up. I might be able to get where I could gather forester stuff, so we could try that.
Greetings.
But I might just save it for later. So there I need to travel into the Shire.
Can I be of service?
Okay, but these are travel now quests, instance quests. I'm sure I've done these hunter class quests before, but I don't remember them because the last time I did the hunter class quest was... I don't even know. Maybe like 8-9 years ago, if I had to guess. So I do not remember at all what I am going to be doing in this. I see we're in the Shire in Overhill and there is a very strong bloom and it seems kind of spooky creepy out here.
Just a moment. Goodness
I just hope I go hunting something, because that's what it seems like a hunter should do for their class quest.
Greetings.
Alright, so there are some intruding wargs that I need to get. I don't know if I need to follow this path. I was somehow expecting them to attack from over here. Maybe it looks like she's running in circles, so maybe they will just randomly come to this area, or really have no idea what's going on. Oh, I need to... So she will keep an eye on Overhill, and I need to try to find the wargs before they arrive. I was about to look at the quest, and that's why I looked down here to see if there was any message about what I need to do. It's a problem when it goes into a tiny box on the bottom left. I don't actually see what's going on, so I'm guessing this way, but I don't know. I could use not Tome of Tracking, but track. I guess there are no beasts here, so I will try to the west, actually. And yeah, Brandon, I often forget about the hunter tracking just because I very infrequently use it. Here we go, now we're getting some wargs. But yeah, I am actually glad that I have to go out and hunt them. I just was not ready for that. After the NPC, it was kind of like I was doing an escort or protection type thing. Wow, these mobs are level 25. This is the level 15 class quest, right? Or did I choose the level 30 class quest? I don't know which one I chose. I thought it was the 15th, but I assume it's the level 30 class quest if all these mobs are this high level. And it does look like the wargs were slowly going to the camp. Maybe it's sort of a mechanic if you're too much of a noob, like I was, they'll just have the wargs slowly go there. It was pretty easy and short overall. Some of the class quests, at least they used to seem like they took a long time, some of them. And yeah, that was the level 30 class quest. Do I want the bow? Not really. Do I want the crossbow? Not really. The crossbow sells for more though. And hello, Patrick. So I need to defeat Yellowfang. That seems like a perfect time to track enemies. Very distant, very distant. All I see are, whatever these things are, wolves. I wonder if I need to go south or continue going this way. I do remember this quest. The other one, the one with the wargs in the Shire, I don't really remember, but this one, I do remember doing this. So these are all, I'm actually, I think, running away from where the wolves are. Let's go back south and I'll actually go on my mount even. So Brandon, you just did this on your Hunter. You've been getting all your tunes to level 30 and Hunter was the last one you did, okay. Yeah, that's something I used to do a little bit. I feel like I don't really do it anymore, but whenever I'd have alts, I'd try to like maybe get them all to a certain point. Usually it was level 20. I thought was a good point just because that would unlock instances and all that on them. Skirmishes as well back in the day. Okay, so I will clear out these wolves and then see where I need to go after this. Still not seeing Yellowfang. Yeah, more wolves though. Thought I just came from this way. It's kind of neat they're actually making me hunt this mob though. They usually, regular quests, they'd have like a tracker and tell you wherever the mob is. Okay, so not over there. That much we know. And I wonder if Yellowfang can just appear randomly where he is, or if there is actually a set position, like if you did this and memorized it on your hunter, where he could be. So we still need to go east, and this is where I am guessing he is. Oh, actually get some AoE on a hunter. I know they do have some decent AoE sometimes, but it seems relatively infrequently solo that I get to do big AoEs like that. And here we go. There's Yellowfang, and he is not where I am, but at least I was able to track him. This is actually a good hunter quest. I think it's a good lesson with tracking, just because before this one, obviously I didn't really remember to use tracking right away, or I mentioned that I don't really use it frequently, but I think for hunters, especially new players, this can show the use of tracking. But yeah, I wonder if Yellowfang was always there. I just happened to never go that way, or how that works with this instance. But we got done with that. And wow, we're already almost 40 minutes into the stream, it looks like. I was looking to see how long into it we'd be getting to Trollshaws, and actually quite a bit long. And this guy has a quest. I need to talk to a bunch of people. No time for tours. I actually got this far into it. I'm surprised that I got that far into the no time for tours, because usually I cancel that quest or just don't even bother picking it up by the time anything like that would happen. So now I am ready to actually go adventuring and questing in the Trollshaws. So it took a little bit of time to get there, but we are getting there. And Trollshaws, where I left off here, this zone has been very fun for this hunter so far. It's a very good hunter zone, especially the western part and all the trees and forest area. This still is overall forested area, but it's a little bit different. And I should have a ton of quests. That much I know. I'm going to go ahead and cancel a lot of these quests, actually. I forgot I was taking this hunter to the northern area of Bree way back when he was low level, before I went to Lone Lands. That was a long time ago. I will go ahead and cancel no time for tours. So I have 39 quests and I can get 12 more. I really doubt I will get 12 more before completing any, but just to track a few of the quests, this one would be good, I think. The White Heart, okay, we can do that one. Toadstew, don't need to track. House of the, okay, that's Rivendell. I'll track these 4 to start. And yes, that is a lot of stuff I need to do. The map is very busy and just a bunch of things. I think the big thing is the road. Trying to follow the path of a bumpy road, I think, would be a good idea to start. And the White Heart is to the west. I can get that as well. And it looks like this is something I want to pay a little bit of attention to today. It is afternoon, but it's surprisingly dark for afternoon. Wonder why it's so dark outside right now. I don't remember this area of Trollshaws always looking like this, but perhaps it has. The actual landscape is decently bright though. It's just the sky is the purplish pink look to it. This quest I already did, but it's always good to keep provisioning the hunters. Okay, treacherous stone, brambles. And it actually looks like I got on the path at the perfect time, because I do not see, at least on the tracker, anything else in the area. It is one thing about using strength stance instead of precision when I am playing the blue line, when I'm traveling like this. Being in precision would be better just to generate some focus, so like these very short fights I can use a focus consumer and blindside, and then I'll effectively one-shot a mob, even though it's technically like 2 shots, but always being in strength stance, I think hurts that a little bit. And when I get higher level, of course, I'll get more traits. And I have a bunch of trait points to spend, actually. I wonder for this character, at what level he is, what he's doing. I think this was a decision I had to make earlier. Quick shot, bonus focus. Or, yeah, probably strong draw. Especially if I am going to be in precision. What does this do? Just barbed arrow damage, okay. And before I go down, I think I need to stay up to get the white heart. So I think I will go ahead and do that before I go down the path. Let me get one more bramble. I'm trying to remember though, maybe that is not the best idea. Just looking at the landscape here, you actually cross after you go down, or can cross staying up another way, but we will continue down the path, I think is good. Okay, here's a treacherous stone. Looks like I should go ahead and kill this little deer. On the river toads, I know I need those. Well, that was a good split shot. I just one-shot all of them, so for the croak quest, I only got one. Oh, we will need something with a fish, I think. These little fishing nets. And then do I need to kill worms? I do need to kill worms. Basically anything I run into, I think at this point I need to kill. Okay, no items to pick up. And then there might be a quest. I don't remember if there's a quest already to go into this area. Dangerous Enterprise. That is a quest to the southeast that I should do. What is Dangerous Enterprise? So I'm looking for Tim Strawley, but there's a quest. Might even be a little quest chain that goes here, but I might not quite be at this part yet. Okay, it does not look like I am. I can do Dangerous Enterprise. I believe it is up on top of that path. Towards the top of the waterfall, there's a little log there, if I remember correctly with that quest. So I'll actually go ahead and go this way. That's one of the nice things, I think, just about having a bunch of quests like this in different areas here. Like at first I was thinking I'd go to the Tal part of Talbrun and on the map, but it actually seems like I'm just totally taking a different path. And overall, as long as I get the quest done, that is the main thing here. I don't know if I really need to worry about killing worms, but I will go ahead and kill the ones I see, or at least try to. I don't know what happened to that worm. Hopefully barbed arrow, I think, got him. And here are some Garadan, which I know I will need these, and I even think in a different area I will need them. Okay, got a couple quests now. I need to recover wooden figurines, find Tim Strawley, defeat Garadan, and collect... Okay, I've already done that. In this quest, I can go ahead and untrack. Yeah, the wolves quest out of the wild, I think there's going to be a lot there. There might have been... I really don't remember actually what goes on here as far as the quest, or if I have a quest for this area, but we can go ahead and fully explore it out. That's actually, I think, Garegian. I probably realized that, but I don't know, looking from this end, that I ever see that too much. That is Eked. Oh, not Eked, but that is Gwingris, the first questing camp of Garegian, and it is, yeah, right there. I've often looked down from Gwingris to this area in Trollshaws, but not the other way around, I don't think. And this path might actually take me there? I really don't remember correctly what is going on here. And yeah, it does look like it is taking me to Oregon. It has been way too long since I've actually traveled here. I think when I usually travel, I actually go from the eastern path. This path is more direct and does take you pretty much directly to Gwingris, but this is a little bit interesting just because I haven't explored here too much, and especially not recently. So the best way down is I'm actually going to jump on this little bit of landscape. Oh, somebody has a lot of free stuff to give away. Looks like a bunch of level 100 gear that is, for them, probably useless, but relatively not that great overall. Crawler, I probably need to kill Crawler, so we'll go ahead and dismount and do some killing. Here are the worms, but I know I need to kill a named worm, maybe Sarlug, which could be in this area. Oh, there's a different one here. That might just count as a generic worm for this quest. Oh, I really don't remember as far as like the chain of quests go or whatever where this is, but I'm guessing we will have to stop by here later for something. Alright, river toads, I don't know if I need any more, but I can go ahead and shoot some. And it does actually look like I need quite a bit more still from them. Some legs and tongues from them. Okay, worms I do not need. I still need Sarlog, of course, and I think that area I need to go is to the northeast. But for now, we can actually head back to that Tal part of Talbruen, and I wouldn't mind going ahead and getting a couple of the toads that I need, because I don't think I will need to head back to this specific area, so if I can go ahead and get them, that would be nice, but not sure if I will be able to. Okay, might be good to go ahead and get on my mount. It's still afternoon, but still purple skies here. I think it's still afternoon. Worm, do I still need deer? Do not. Don't need worms. Okay, here is the garden camp. Oh, I should have used split shot there. That would have gotten the AoE, and I had the focus to do that. Now I'm just spamming quick shot for basically no reason. Okay. I think now I'm actually settled to do the little quest camp here. And one thing I need to look at, I guess I shouldn't really do this while questing, is the deeds. My deed progress for this character for this zone. Because I know the focus is leveling and getting ready for Wildwood, but one thing I wouldn't mind doing is finishing out the Trollshaws deeds. That is something I like to do, especially nowadays. I used to not be as big of a fan of just like completing deeds, especially after questing through a zone. Usually all I really cared about was leveling for quests. But I think now I am more just in general to actually do deeds when I am finishing a zone. And there is one with wolves and Trollshaws, this zone. And I think there's a particular area that people go, maybe over here, I don't really remember. But that is one I need to keep an eye out for. I don't know, as far as other deeds go, really what's going on with them here. So this would be, oh, actually randomly clicked the right one somehow. So I still need to find one of the ruins here. And as far as the ruins go, or whatever is going on in the rest of this zone, I still have quite a bit to get to. I have the whole Highmoor area, Giant Valley, I think eventually we'll have some quests. Well, I actually randomly ran into somebody here. That is surprising. Don't need Forgotten Text, that is a gathering thing. Especially a level 95 person. Maybe they're going through this. Which I forget what this is. Oh, you can actually just go through it. I was thinking it might be part of like a book quest, but I don't really remember. I thought I would explore it, just see what's in here. Maybe this is where the Beorning popped out of. Yeah, here are garden. Here is a wolf. I was thinking this place might also be, this particular cave is where some people might get the Wolf Slayer deed done. But that is what I wanted to check, my progress, and actually see if that is a deed. That is a deed, but I'm not doing like way bad on that compared to wights or trolls or even crawlers. Wow, crawlers. I feel like I've killed a lot of crawlers. I wonder what the issue there is. Okay. Okay. I wonder... So this character, of course, I came here, but there's... Ooh, I need a... Let me use a... Not Desperate Flight, uh-oh. I did not mean to use Desperate Flight. I think last stream we were talking about the issue with having Desperate Flight in an easy to access area, at least for me, and then I just totally accidentally clicked it while I wanted to use a potion. That's a problem with clicking. I have all my regular skills I use frequently on keybinds, but potions and things like that, there just aren't really enough buttons that my hand can reach to that I could put potions on, so that is one issue with clicking, especially when the skill bars are this tiny. It's easy to misclick like right there. And I believe we're going to Candlelith, maybe? Yeah. I was about to say Barrett Chan's camp, but he's way back over to the west somewhere. So, hello, Ro Fury. You said PC. I don't know if you're wondering about my PC specs or what, but if you want to know my PC specs, I can go over that. But to get back on track with the questing after that Desperate Flight, at least I can say I didn't die. That is one good part of that whole Desperate Flight casting thing on accident. But yeah, I just have to get back on track. In the deeds, what I was going on about that is, I wonder if some of these didn't start until level 35, because that's when stuff unlocks, I think, for Trollshaws. But at the same time, I already have the quest one done. I don't think those have a level requirement, and even the exploration one, like Ruins of Trollshaws, I have not done all these since I got level 35, and I still think I've killed more... I killed trolls before this, so maybe I just haven't killed that many enemies overall. And that is why the deed progress seems so little for me. As far as completed deeds, I doubt I've completed any Slayer. Yeah, it does not look like I have any Slayer deeds, so these are all the main concerns as far as deeds go. And I think this character's already set up. Yeah, he's already set up for loyalty to be earning. But yeah, that's another reason, just in general, while running like this, in this zone, just killing any random thing I see would be useful. Oh, I have to be careful with the landscape here. I really am catching up on the level. I know I started this zone at level 31, and I'm just getting to, like, the questing here starts at level 35, so you can start at 5 levels. Before that I did 31, but yeah, I am catching up, and there's the white heart. I need to pay attention to that. I think I can get it going this way. That'll lead to a path down there, and I need to get a screenshot. And this is another thing. There is Gwingris again. I don't know if I've ever realized from this part, from this log, you can actually see that. I wonder... I guess that's just another path up there. This is just a part of Trollshaws. There's a lot of different things going on here. Kind of a hilly forest, a little bit different than Wildwood. I would call Wildwood a hilly forest as well. But a little bit different type of hills. But anyway, I think I have to go down this way to go down. There's just a lot here that I don't really remember the specifics of the landscape. So it's kind of neat to always see it, I think. This seems to be a very slow way down. I don't really remember any specific quests here. There might be. We'll get to all that today eventually. I'm just having a slow start with the questing, but that is okay. These are the type of things you'd expect in Ekid. I keep wanting to call it Ekid. Eregion and around the Gwingris area. I think I keep saying Etched because that is what basically all the camps are, and we're even at Ekid Candleth here. And these mobs, the Holly wood troll type mobs, they are always annoying just because they usually root you. Yeah, I have no quests here. I really don't remember if there's a book quest or if I will get a quest to go here. It's an interesting area. All these little bog guardian things. Pretty dense overall with the mobs. A little bit of fun exploration, even if it's, again, not too helpful for my current task as far as quests go, or even, I don't think any of these are needed for deeds. If they were needed for deeds, this would definitely be a good area for that. Oh, one thing, that is, I actually want to respec. I think I decided overall, for this character, with how quick I kill things and how little of a gain certain traits give me at this point, especially with these short fights, I think, actually, it doesn't really matter on this because I'll get that anyway, but I think I actually want Find Me Path movement speed just to make me move a little bit faster while I'm not on mount and while I'm running like this. Normally that's a trait I would not really consider too much, but it's kind of interesting. I will test it out a little bit, but I actually think running faster during a time exactly like this would be helpful. And yes, I do need worms. On there should be the little toads, I would think, in this area. So Sylvan Shadows, the cooldown on that. Oh, I need Split Shot. Did I not pick up Split Shot? Wow. The only thing I can think of when you say Sylvan Shadows is actually the World of Warcraft skill the Night Elves get. And they probably do similar things, as why that is what I am thinking of. Okay. I actually have the right traits this time. And there are some toads perfect for Split Shot. And here are the Angmarum level 50s. There is one character, I think it was Luida, and I was around level 40 and was able to defeat those. This character, they're 15 levels above him. If I actually had Desperate Flight off cooldown and didn't misclick it earlier, I would use that. And Sylvan Shadows, I think that is at least an elf racial trait. I actually can equip all these for this character. Wrath of the Firstborn I will probably never use, but might as well get it. Oh, out of combat. But Sylvan Shadows, that is something you can use to go in stealth, I believe. Okay, got what I have equipped at least. But yeah, I think killing, just because it's a little bit random, again, I don't know, maybe they're part of a book quest that I just don't particularly remember at this point. But these random level 50 mobs in the middle of Trollshaws as like a level 35 quester, I think it could be an interesting challenge to try to kill them. But without Desperate Flight off cooldown for this character, I don't think it'll be worth the effort. And I need to get back on track with the Garden. That is where this whole thing, that is when the things went off the rails with this character, is when I was doing that and decided to accidentally click Desperate Flight. But here's the White Heart Corpse, so I'll at least get that. And RM, you said that is the elf racial with a 30-minute cooldown. That's a pretty long cooldown. This character is a high elf, so that's why he doesn't have that where I can see it. So the hobbits also have a stealth one? Wow, I never I don't know, I just don't pay too much attention to the racial traits in LOTRO, actually. I did not know that hobbits got one. I would actually say it's something like sneak, but that is what the... Ooh. Uh-oh. I have to look. Apparently I was supposed to look for the creature's tracks while I was doing this. So northeast towards the river. Do I want to do that? Okay, this is a pretty short track, so I will. Continues northeast towards the river. We will just slowly slide past those Inkmorum. Hello, Zelis. Oh, really don't know if that's how you say your name, but you said you love my videos and you wonder what is it that I enjoy most in LOTRO. And that is a tough question, because there are two things I enjoy, but they're fairly different overall. One is group content. I like doing raids and instances, especially with my kinship. And then I also enjoy solo leveling and exploring the world, kind of like this character is, and adventuring and just the immersiveness with all of that. Hobbit Stealth, that is a very creative skill name for the Hobbit's racial trait that gives them stealth, Hobbit Stealth. I almost feel like it's fitting. It's like a totally different level of stealth. It's so good that it's just called Hobbit Stealth, is what it sounds like to me. Alright, so as far as the quests go, I need to go over here. And I wonder, I don't think I completed the quest for the Sorcerers of the Wolf. So I will have to go back to do that. And yeah, at this point, I think I'll go ahead and turn back to do that and then get back along this trail. I totally messed up the order there. I was going to say the sky is clearing, but I'm not even sure that's the case. It's just the sun. Not the sun, but the clouds. We can actually see those now. Somehow makes it look brighter, even though it's going towards evening instead of afternoon. Alright, Crawler, do want to kill that. Yeah, I got something done for that. Oh, I had a quest to kill crawlers, so that was kind of a 2-for-1. I don't really know 2-for-1 because the deed isn't all that much. That's not something I'm guaranteeing that I'll be doing with this character, but it's something I will consider. It'd be another thing to get me a little bit of XP as well, if I need it. How about a morale potion? Really wonder, I feel like I should move Desperate Flight, but I wonder where. I just don't think having it on this bar would be that good of an idea. What if I put it over here? The only problem with that is I just have to remember it's there. I could put it on some random keybind that I won't be pressing frequently unless I specifically think of it. So as far as the quests here go, did I complete the one I needed? Yes, Gardan Ritualist, that's all I needed to do. So now we can head northeast and do the What Beast quest. Oh, he had like 20 something health left, it looked like when I clicked him. Sounded like some high-pitched dog bark. There are a lot of crawlers here. I thought it might be something that would be a little bit hard as far as Slayer Deed goes, just based on my experience so far in the zone and my progress on it, but we need to head up this way a little bit. But I am finding a lot of crawlers here. I feel like... I don't know, I feel like this deed is progressing slowly, but maybe it's not. I don't know, I just feel like I've killed a lot more than 18 crawlers, and even today I feel like I've probably killed almost 18, maybe not, because I did just finish the quest, which I think I need to like 9 more of or something like that for the quest, but it does oddly seem to be progressing slower than I feel like I'm killing crawlers, at least. Continue searching, I assume continue down this way, and this might be the worm, but I'm not sure. Fish bones. Yeah, I really do run fast. I noticed that with Find the Path having the increased movement speed on that and actually equipping the High Elf racial trait. They both help. Okay, so quick preparations. If I remember correctly, yeah, this will lead to the fish in the nets. Oh, I wonder, I forget if this quest, there are some quests like this in LOTRO where you can actually see if there are fish in the nets. Like this one does not look like it has a fish. And I think if you, like this one, you can see the fish. So I think with this quest, you can just look at them and see if you need to click them or not. And I have a quest ring up there. I wonder what that's about. Large footprint. Do I have a quest for that? I definitely could have a quest for that. I will have to remember that's there, because I kind of remember there being some stuff like that in this area. This one does look like it has fish in it. And Ryuk, I believe the High Elf movement speed does stack with the Hunter one. I believe it stacks with, I don't know everything, but most things. But there is a way we can test that, I think. We'll see if I slow down or speed up. Okay, it does look like I speed up, and then when I unequip it... Actually, I can't tell if I slow down when I unequip it. Let's try this again. I noticed that I speed up, but it's kind of hard to notice that I slow down. Okay, so there should be some large footprints somewhere around here. We were heading somewhere useful that whole time, I think. I hope. Oh, I thought it was around here that they would be. There they are, a little bit south. Search for other footprints. Okay. Oh, it actually is going this way? That's surprising. I was just heading this way to kill the crawler, but it does look like the quest is progressing towards this way. Uh-oh. Do I have to click all those footprints? There are some quests like this where you don't have to click all the little footprints like this, or enormous footprints in this case, but it kind of seems like with this quest it'll make me search all of them. Yeah, there we go. Hello, Michael Willett. You said you love the Trollshaws, and yeah, this is a fun zone, having a lot of fun here. So this zone I did a couple years ago, I think on a warden and then a hunter. So I've done it a little bit recently. But getting distracted with the quest, trying to find the fish in the nets. But yeah, it's a very fun quest to go through, or very fun zone to quest through on a hunter. Okay, so trying to get on track. I have, oh, so many quests here. Giant footprints, that is ready for turn-in. Quick preparations, what is that one? Collect fish from nets, okay. Because I saw on the tracker the ring to the west. Let's see, headed back to the little cottage. As far as deed progress goes, I still need... Oh, I actually do have another exploration deed for the wilds of Talbruinen. That is actually where I am, the wilds. This Cirith Olin place, I should get that when I do the worm quest to the northeast. And the other one, Delasad, I am not familiar with where that is immediately, but should get all those done with, I think, the questing. Other deeds we have... Yeah, just the Slayers.
Greetings.
Then I think this is going to be the instance quest. Oh, that is with the volume 1. I have not done the book quest here in a very long time. I assume I've done them on a character a long time ago, but I really don't remember those. With this character, I think I could start that. I have to remember where you start those. I believe in Rivendell with Elrond maybe in his library. But yeah, with all the things preparing for Wildwood, there are just a lot of things I want to get distracted with on this character. I have to keep in mind, I guess it depends when Wildwood actually gets released, but just keep in mind that what was I going on there? Keep in mind, while I am focusing on leveling, while I am doing this, I am focusing on leveling towards Wildwood, but there are a lot of things I would like to fit in if we have time before Wildwood actually launches. And I guess even after Wildwood, I could go back on this character and do some of this stuff, but usually I like to do it while I'm going through the zone or at the end of it as far as like the deeds go, like all these. So I really don't remember this quest, even though I've done it. I always forget what actually happens in this instance.
What's your name?
This is the exact type of quest where I just like stop paying attention, I feel like, and I'm waiting for it to progress, so I somehow totally miss what goes on. This character's outfit, I'm reminded again as I'm just looking at him. I feel like I've grown to like it a little bit more. At first I was not too sure on it. It was better than what I had on this character. This is what I had before, but I'm just reminded of some of the things I dislike about it, and usually it's just facing from the front. I feel like the shoulder pads, I did not like those at first, but kind of grown to liking them a little bit more. Oh yes, this is what is going on here. I definitely remember this now. Some of the animations in this game are surprisingly neat. I feel like I'm not doing a good job hiding. He actually seems like he's doing an even worse job hiding, but let's see my inventory. I actually have, these are the boxes, level 5 and 6. I will just not open those because that would give me a bunch of junk that I don't want right now. I should keep these, but I feel like they'll just take up inventory space. I could, I'll just have to actually remember I'll put them on my bars. I'll have to remember to actually use these. So Brandon, you are wondering why Gollum is in Trollshaws, and I am not the best person to ask that question. Maybe somebody else can give a better answer, because we do... Oh yeah, I need to actually follow him. We do sometimes have people that are more in the know with the lore here, but this is actually something I remember on Louisden. Oh, that was... It wasn't even that long ago. It was like a couple of years ago on Louisden that I was going through this. That was before I switched Louisden to doing streaming. I was streaming on YouTube back then, but he was more of a Let's Play thing way back in the relatively earlier days of my content creation. But yeah, I wasn't really sure why he is here. And as far as my lore knowledge goes with the Lord of the Rings, I do have to, or plan to, maybe at some point in the near future, watching the movies. And I know a lot of the stuff in LOTRO is based off the books and that type of stuff, not really the movies, but I think it would help me a little bit as far as like knowing what's going on and all that. Most of the stuff I know about Lord of the Rings I actually know from LOTRO rather than either the movies or the books. Oh, I need to, yeah, defeat the orc. I was thinking he was running away, and then I was like, I don't need to do anything more for this, I don't think, but there is the orc here. Well, I have not gotten much use out of traps on this character, but it's pretty nice with Hunter where you can just put it under the mob like that.
How can I be of service? Greetings. How can I be of service?
Okay, I believe that quest is done. A trap for the creature? Yes, that is... Wait. Oh yeah, that quest. I wonder when I got that quest. But I forgot that quest. The quest started with the arrows and the white heart way over there, and then it led to this long chain. I kind of forgot about that. I was like, what is the deal with bringing the arrows? So that is what is going on. Okay, so for quests, we need to find Tim Strawley, which I believe that would be for turn-ins? End of an enterprise, no. I should go ahead and do that, I believe. Let's see. Done with this, done with this. This is the nice part of doing a big quest set like this is I'm finally making good enough progress that I have a bunch of completed quests that are ready to turn in. And then I can actually track the ones I need to do in those Wandering Stone Trolls. That I'm surprised I have not killed one yet, because I remember that quest. There are a lot that wander down, I think, the ramps and stuff like that. And then Sarlug, he will be to the northeast. House of the Master, that is, of course, Rivendell. Oops, I need to pay attention a little bit, I think. Where's the NPC I need to talk to here? That is, I remember a quest like this, but I don't remember exactly where he is and what all goes on with this quest. And I thought I got through this camp, the Garden camp here, kind of quickly compared to what I remember doing before, so we'll see if this actually leads to anything. If I can find where I need to go. That is here, right? Into an enterprise? Yep. There he is, okay. And then that is all I need to do. I guess I got his wooden figurine. Or maybe I was bringing the wooden figurines to him, but then I saw he was dead, so now I'm just going to bring them back to the camp. So Michael, you said Mordor let him loose so they could follow and track him since he is drawn to the ring. Okay, and then this is at the point in the story where Frodo is in Rivendell. Yeah, I think that makes sense a little bit what was going on as well with the orc there that wanted to make sure he like was safe and didn't get captured or whatever. I don't know if it is somewhere where I could scroll up and actually see it, but yeah, Udalug there, he wanted to keep the sneak safe. So if he was tracking the ring, that makes sense that they would want him to get that. Root Crawler, I really don't know with the deeds if I will end up doing that. I really feel like I should at this point. I'm just putting so much emphasis into killing these random crawlers that I almost feel like I am making myself do that. I don't know why, but I really noticed when I got out of combat right there how much quicker I was actually running with Find the Path. It was kind of a crazy jump, but it's probably noticeable after every little piece of combat, but that was just very noticeable for me. And I will get this Wandering Stone Troll here and then move to the northeast. This water, I feel like I talk about it every time I come across a piece of water like this, so for this character I will go ahead and go through this little bit of a rant, but in the old days of LOTRO, still water looked a lot better than it does now, and I don't know why or when, but I wonder what's the deal with this NPC. I kind of remember her, but I don't remember what goes on with her, if anything. But with the water, for some reason, at some point, they updated the water, and I think I don't know if it changed how it looks when the water is flowing, but particularly I just noticed randomly that places like this, the Fort of Bruinen, it looks significantly worse than it used to. And I just don't know what went on with that there, but it's very flat looking, I guess because it is motionless, it's not really flowing, so it looks like that. With my character, the interactive water actually looks decent here, but yeah, just overall the reflection's also a little bit blurry. That could be some of my settings, but even with the settings up, I thought the bodies of water that were like this used to look better. This one, I feel like I'm struggling a little bit talking about this because this particular area is actually even better than I remember it used to being. I don't know with my settings if I have certain things changed that somehow make it look better or not as bad. But often the reflection, and that could actually be one of the settings, particular things going on is the reflections. They usually look a lot more blurry than the dynamics, so water I think look lower quality. Even though right here I actually don't notice it as bad as I usually seem to. And we are finally coming across the worm place. I should be killing these things. Oh, there's actually a crawler. And I actually don't remember. So there are the worms down here. I think the path, maybe it looks like it's down to the south. That would make more sense. I was thinking I had to head north and then south, but that might not be the case for this particular area. And Iceblood, you said after the update it has gone crazy. If you're referring to the water, I don't know, it's still hard to tell here. Again, looks better than I remember it looking when I was about to go on this whole thing about the reflections looking very bad and making the water look low quality compared to what I remember it used to looking like. But yeah, I'm not sure. And that was, I don't remember when I noticed it, but it wasn't that long ago, maybe like 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago that I actually started paying attention. I was like, wow, the water does not look right. It looks different than it used to. Worm on the Heights, and then this is Wandering Trolls. I will see if I can get a Wandering Troll while I'm up here, just to go ahead and get one more, and it does look like there's one here. Oh, I got a something orange. Tome of Lesser Deed Acceleration. Here I am going on about all these Slayer Deed things here during the stream, and then I got a Tome of Slayer Deed Acceleration, or Tome of Lesser Deed Acceleration, but it affects Slayer Deeds. That would be something for this character. I almost feel like I should use it because I got it while here. But for this character, if I am actually going to try to get all the deeds, if I find a good area for 15 minutes, that would be nice to use. There are often a lot of items like this. I usually just end up hoarding it. I try to save it for like that perfect moment, the perfect 15 minutes of deeds. But because, oh, what is going on with the worms? I am way back down here again. There might be another path up, or I somehow missed the path I actually needed to go on. So I will see if I turn this way, what is going on over here. At least this isn't too bad of a place to be exploring, and I think this will take me... Oh, here is actually Delisad. But I don't think this takes me where I need to go. We can explore it a little bit. I think there are quests here, but I don't remember them. This looks like it's a little bit spooky. I don't, again, remember exactly what's going on here. Probably a book quest if I had to guess. But yeah, not too much to explore. Oh, you mean... So Iceblood, you're talking about even in Moria, the graphics look bad? And after the update, if you're... I really don't know what you're referring to with the graphics in general. I think here... I don't know, I feel like I'm going crazy with the reflections again, but this time actually in a good way. But I don't know, I feel like this shows kind of the reflection not being all that great. And I don't think it's like that bad of a thing that it just bothers me so much with the reflections in the water that I think the graphics because of that are very bad, but it's more compared to what it used to be. I just remember it seems like in the older days of LOTRO somehow is better quality, and that's why it drives me a little bit crazy, because it seems like the graphics were downgraded with that. But as far as Moria goes, Iceblood, I am not too familiar. If you're meaning specifically there is an update that changed graphics with Moria. At least with LOTRO, I am not too much bothered by the graphics. I know some people, I hear from people that cannot get into the game because the graphics are like so bad, but LOTRO is a game that is many years old, and I actually like the graphic style. I think that helps a lot. I don't know, for me, if a game tries, maybe even LOTRO did this a little bit, but I find if games try to perfectly recreate reality, or not recreate, but reproduce something that looks as good as it would in real life, basically, then often it is easier for people, maybe even including myself, I'm talking more about me here, when something tries to reproduce reality and create like the best graphics ever for a game, I would tend to find more things to criticize because it's not looking like reality. But if the style shows that it's not supposed to look exactly like reality or be whatever with the graphics like that, usually I wouldn't focus on the little things, basically. And the water, so it sounds like there was an update that affected Moria graphics, and also the water in Moria does not look like that. I don't know, there are just some pools that the water looks very blurry and low quality. There was actually this video, or I don't remember if it was a video or a screenshot comparison I saw it on the LOTRO subreddit a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, within the range of the past year, I think, and it was a comparison of the old water. Actually, I don't even think it was a comparison of the old water, but it had water in it, It was I don't know, the graphics from a long time ago compared to whatever it was today, whenever that was. And the water was in that, and I thought it looked like the water for, again, it was a still body of water, not flowing. Flowing water I think looks great in LOTRO, but still water that is not flowing, I thought the old one, the water, looked better. And hello, Nicholas Carlberg. He said you love the streams. I'm glad you enjoy them. One thing with my channel as it has grown a bit, especially thinking this year in particular, just because content has been a bit odd this year. One thing with the channel is keeping up both streams and videos. Obviously when I'm streaming like this, and see, this stream has some of the most viewers I've had live during streams, but basically it's good to hear that and get to have that feedback, and I'm glad you do enjoy them. But yeah, it's just something with my channel I might have to think about in the future a little bit more, balancing streams and videos. Usually it's just what I'm in the mood for. Okay, so the graphics glitch with the water, it sounds like in Moria, there are a lot of artifacts in it. I'm not too familiar with that. I would have to actually go on Moria. I went on my warden somewhat recently, like to the waterworks actually, where there's a lot of water. And I don't remember noticing anything particularly out of place. Here's Sarlug, by the way. But hopefully if it's actually like a glitch and something they can fix, hopefully they will get that fixed. This is a nice weapon. Oh, there's Sarnamil. Already defeated him, but I can defeat him again. Yeah, don't think I will have any issues trying to get the Worm Slayer deed done. Mainly because there are a ton of worms. It's not like I already have a ton of progress on it, but there are a lot of worms in this zone. And I even think a lot of different areas to go, and I'm not that close to being done with questing in Trollshaws. I'll probably come across more worms even. And one thing I often forget about, I guess with the hunter, not even the hunter, but just in general playing LOTRO, sometimes I forget that I can actually use like my return home skill. So I might use that, but I want to get the Wandering Troll, and I have to go all the way to the southwest to get Sarnamil, the other named signature worm. But I will see if I can get a troll here, and if I remember, I'll actually use my map home, my milestone. I still call that, I think it is called your milestone skill. Maybe when you get it in your inventory, you used to get it in your inventory, I thought it was called a map home, and that's why I still call it that. Okay, don't see a wandering stone troll here, but I don't remember if I'm even in the exact location for that. Maybe he was down the ramp a little bit on this side. Michael, you said you're currently questing in the waterworks now, and you don't see anything with the water. You haven't been paying attention to it that much. Yeah, when I am questing and doing things, often like I am today, unless something is very much so out of place, I will just kind of ignore it. I usually get lost in the gameplay enough that I don't notice stuff like that, unless it is the bushes, not these bushes, but the ugly bushes all over the place in like Gondor and Rohan, that I am not a fan of. It's been a while since I've done the Waterworks quests. I did them, I don't know when I did them last. Yeah, I actually don't know when I've done like the full Waterworks quest. So my lore master, when I was going through the server, on the server my lore master, the original character, the Anor LM series lore master, Louis. Let's see, I don't think I got to Waterworks on him. My Runekeeper, okay, it was my Runekeeper, the one on Arkenstone. I think I was getting 2 waterworks but never did waterworks. And then my other runekeeper, the one on this server, I did a lot of the southern zones in Moria for the first time in a while, but I also did not do waterworks. So I've done the first little bits of waterworks, and that is all I have done as far as that zone goes recently. Probably one I should revisit, but there are so many different zones that I'd like to eventually revisit. Even in Bree, there are some pretty terrible bushes. That is not good. I think this zone, I just noticed how good the bushes are. Here's one of these bushes. This one actually looks pretty decent. I mean, the quality of it obviously is not that great. You can't see the individual berries, even though it kind of looks like it. It's kind of a more of a texture type thing. But yeah, just the bushes and Trollshaws, they look so much better. I guess quality and design wise, to me, they look better, at least compared to a lot of the other areas in LOTRO. So I just noticed how good these ones are. And it's kind of nice I don't have to see all those ones that I like to complain about. Okay, so Iceblood, it sounds like you are having the water issue in the Way of the Smiths. I just went there on my Warden actually as well. So I was doing on my Warden the book quest to try to unlock skirmishes for Ill Omens, and I did not quite get to that far. Or yeah, I did not quite get to unlocking all these skirmishes. I did unlock the rescue in Nurzgashu, but I went to the Way of Smiths and also didn't notice anything there. Again, I wasn't paying too much attention to anything like that. And I can use my map home skill, maybe. Is it on cooldown? Oh, it has a 5-second cooldown remaining. That's like perfect. It was perfectly coming off cooldown at least. But I did not have to wait long to use it. Normally, I don't really take advantage of my milestone skills at all, just because usually when I'm going questing like this, I just travel and don't even think about using something like that. That's why it's such a big deal for me. There's a little hobbit hunter. Right, don't think I want any of these. And yes, Nicholas, I would agree with you that LOTRO still does look great after all these years. For me, one big help is compared to way back in the day, I have a PC that I can run higher settings on. I don't even run the highest settings right now. I would like to upgrade my GPUs sometime in the future. I'm not too sure how likely that will be with the whole issue of the NVIDIA RTX 3000 series, a lot of those GPUs being out of stock. This is a huge upgrade bracelet, and I don't have enough room to do that. That means we can use the OP subscriber town services. Well, I also have this for run speed, extra 6% off combat run speed. I don't know if it stacks with everything I have. I don't even know where I'd see that buff. This little hope looking thing? No, that is the hope. Yeah, I might not actually have that. Oh, it actually looks like, this is interesting. There's 6% out of combat. The high elf racial trait. I wonder if that might not show actually as an icon up there. I thought it might, but the 6% run speed does not stack with find the path movement. We at least noticed that. This is a nice two-handed axe. I actually think I used that a lot on my Beorning. It seemed pretty strong for the level. Kind of similar to this character on my Beorning. I was going through this relatively low level. So yeah, that's a really huge upgrade bracelet, but the axe that I was just looking at, that would be very nice for a character just going through this, because it's like it's item level 45, so it's kind of if you'd get it. I think the way that works with the item level is you would... Let me actually look at a random piece of gear I have here. Yeah, that would be like if you got at level 40, fairly nice weapon for getting it at level 40. Here I get upgrade ring. This character is actually getting gear upgrades because I haven't really upgraded anything or gotten him any crafted gear. So it's actually kind of nice to get upgrades from quest rewards. I know I forgot about this, but I know Trollshaws does have some particularly nice ones. In Iceblood, my GPU is a GTX 970, so it is a few years old. When I got my desktop, this was the GPU that it had, so I have not replaced that. I have, since I got the desktop, replaced the CPU, which also required me replacing the motherboard and replacing the RAM. This is a nice axe as well. Of course, as a hunter, I don't really care about the damage, although that would be nice. I do sometimes use just low cut and scourging blow, for example, but I don't really think I would find too much use out of that overall. While the robe, my gear is so bad that there's a brief moment that I'd actually consider this robe, but definitely not with my chest piece having physical mastery. This bracelet, I could get all that vitality and get in combat power regen. Not that I've had power issues, but hunters I think could have power problems. At least my hunters in the past have. So this would basically solve any issues. I'm trying to replace the wrong thing, aren't I? Okay, now I think I have the right things equipped. And hello, Michael Patish. He said, you've never seen anyone run the yellow line. I could be the first. I actually have played the yellow line with the hunter a lot. And I actually do have to say that I've played it so much that the idea of playing yellow line right now would make me want to not play this character anymore. So I am going to try to avoid that right now. The main thing with the yellow line, I really enjoy it, but I am just not in the mood to play it for some reason. Maybe after playing this character a little bit more I would be, but the yellow line is really nice for solo. It'd actually, I think, be good for what I'm going through. I am just not in the mood to actually play that.
You need something? Might I take a moment of your time?
But I could, if you're requesting me to play with it, I could for a little bit. The one also problem with the yellow line trying to switch that is I have the two trait specs, two setups I can use, and the yellow line has very different, this is actually true with all the hunter specs, I have very different keybinds for each of the specs, so that would take a little bit to set up. Okay, so we have crawler legs, crawler mandibles, and then we have march warden something. Anything with warden is interesting in the title. Okay, that is at Highmoor. Yeah, there will be a lot of quests we get from that camp, I think, eventually. And then best served cold, so we're getting crawler stuff, and then I need to Nora Strawley. I have no idea where they are. Oh, they're also at that camp, okay. So I have 2 quests to turn in at Ringhole, and then 1 to turn in at Nora Strawley, and of course they're at the same camp, and then I need best served cold right now. And Old Brom Hunting, I am playing on Anor right now. I do play on both Anor and Arkenstone though. But at the moment it is Anor. That is what I'm hoping. I haven't heard anything suggesting Wildwood will not be coming to the legendary servers, but there is a slight issue if Wildwood does not come to the server. Yeah, so Iceblood, you talking about you have the same GPU but an SLI. You have Gigabyte G1 GTX 970. Yeah, I don't remember what mine is. My GPU though, it's a little bit weird. It doesn't have like a cover or case around it. Not that it matters too much. It's not like I'm always staring at the GPU and seeing all the ugly, I guess, just technology part of it. I really don't know how to describe that though. Oh, I can't think of what they're called, little like path thingies that go on, stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, it's a little bit weird because of that, and I always thought it was normal for GPUs to not really have a cover, but then all these different ones that I see or even see other people have, they all have little like covers or casings that they're in, so it's a little bit weird. But yeah, with the GPU, LOTRO does not utilize all of my GPU, not even close to all of it. upgrading a GPU I think would be nice for some other things. For example, rendering videos. I don't really have issues with that, but it takes a long time to render them, specifically now that I have the webcam. When I do that in a video, it takes a lot longer. And the renderer does use, I think it's called CUDA acceleration with the GPU. So I think having that might help. I have heard people with like an RTX, usually I hear people that actually do something like that with the RTX 3090, which that would be a bit out of my budget, a bit more than what I need. What am I doing right now? I am getting crawlers. As in, I am not actually getting crawlers, but that is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So we found all those crawlers when I didn't even need them for a quest, or I guess I did need them for a quest. But that was a quest I could just do anytime. I didn't care too much about completing. But now that I actually need the crawlers, I cannot find them. And I wonder if there's a particular good spot for crawlers, or if I just have to run around aimlessly and hope I run into these little tiny creatures. It's a rare moment I actually want floaty names on so I can see if there are crawlers. And Old Brum, Hunting, you said you are on Brandywine, and I've actually said this a few streams now, but Brandywine's odd because I hear, or a long time ago, like 2-3 years ago, I'd hear from people that are on Brandywine and would like hear a little bit about the servers, but then for a long period I just never heard anything about Brandywine and had no idea what was going on that server. Not that it's like that much different than the other servers, but it's a little bit odd because it was one of the more populated ones, and I just heard nothing about it from people. And now it seems like I'm hearing again from people that actually play on Brandywine. So nice to see there are still people there. That is really satisfying with split shot too. Just like kill the toads 3 at once. So with the crawlers, is there anywhere I can start heading? I would say I could head to Hide More, but did I say Hide More? Hide More. But I would have to come back to do turn-ins anyway, so I might actually head this way and then go up the path over here. Oh, Firefoot, that is also a server. I randomly heard from a couple people that used to play on Firefoot as well. One thing I wish LOTRO, I don't know if it'd ever be possible for them. As many issues as LOTRO has had with servers, you can't even transfer still between like NA and EU servers, even though they're all in Boston. They seem to have a lot of issues like that with the servers, but it would be nice to have like cross-server, some sort of cross-server integration within the game. There's a crawler. I'm actually finding a decent amount of crawlers here. My leveling has slowed down, I think. I started this at 34, so it has not slowed down that much. I was like, it really slowed down if I haven't even gotten another level up, but I have gotten another level up. Okay, got some yummy crawler legs and yummy crawler mandibles. And by yummy, I definitely mean not yummy. I mean gross color ones. Matthias, you find my voice satisfying. I'm glad you do. I don't know, I've never felt like my voice is anything particularly amazing. When I had a little bit less good of a setup with audio and that type of stuff, I actually felt like my audio was bad and it'd be an issue for my channel. But yeah, I've actually heard a lot more positive things about my voice, so I'm glad you do like it and find it satisfying. Yeah, Iceblood, that is what I used to hear all the time about Brandywine. It was basically a Russian or unofficial Russian server. So it sounds like that is still maybe the case. Guess it's good to know if I randomly... This guy looks like a Beorning. Okay, so he's not a Beorning, but whatever way I was looking at him with the camera just coming up here, I was like, that looked like he was wearing the starter Beorning armor that they get when coming out of the intro or during character creation at the very start. So, this quest is really gross. So we grinded the crawler bits into crawler mush. Normally, I don't read quest text like this, but if they're interesting enough quests, I actually will. And in this one, it sounds like we are taking the stuff to the dwarf Weththorm at Thorinhad, and he made additions to the stew to make it even better with the crawler mush. That is gross. At least it's mush and not like crunchy crawler stuff. Okay, so quests. Let me see if I have anything, make sure I'm not missing anything from the tracker. And I am not, so I think we are ready to head towards Rivendell. I know the quests in Highmoor don't have me go there, but I almost feel like I should head to Rivendell and do that stuff. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I want to go about the rest of this, but for the short term, I want to go to Thorinhad and deliver that cold stew, improved toad stew. Inventory wise, I need to clean some stuff up. I guess for some reason I thought you could actually do that while traveling, but I guess not. This ring, that is an old one, and that is an old bracelet, so I can sell those. My inventory is slowly piling up, but I hoard all these crafting materials and all these crafting scroll cases for... There used to be more reason, but I just have not crafted, at least on this server, or even in general on LOTRO, in a long time.
At your service and your families. I would be grateful for your assistance.
See, this sword has some critical rating and at least be an upgrade. Oh, this is just an accept. I don't even have to look at this right now. Oh no, we are bringing the... So he does say that is delicious. I really don't pay too much attention to quest text. I don't know if this is a common occurrence in LOTRO, or at least old stuff like this, but this particular quest just has me so invested into the story that's going on with it, because it is so gross with it. So the mush equals vitality. That does seem like something a dwarf would like then. A lot of vitality in their toad stew. But yeah, he thought that was a great improvement with the crawler mush. Now we are bringing it back to him, or just letting him know how much he liked it. Yeah, he liked it. I guess this is a man here, not an elf, but he thought that was odd. Could be quite the discovery. Oh yeah, so this was actually something I was curious. I was like, why am I not actually getting this as a food item that maybe gives me vitality? But yeah, he says, do not look panicked. I was not planning on giving you the toad stew. So he already knew, or I guess whoever created this quest even already knew that players would be panicking that they might get that. Wow, my earrings are actually really good compared to the rest of my jewelry, basically. This chest piece is almost worth considering. It's just the physical mastery. The chest piece I have, even though it's level 18, is very much worthy. So I think I will go with the sword. And the question is, do I want to replace the mace? And I think I do. The physical mastery and other stuff on the other one is just too good, I think. But I can try to min-max this character a little bit. The crit is 10.3. And with this it is 11.1. So I get 0.8% crit chance. And let me replace the right one. 0.8% crit chance and 79.4 to... Wow, 70.7. Yeah, that physical... Wait, did I read the right one? 75.7. to 79.4. Yeah, that physical mastery is very much so useful. And Iceblood, Arkenstone is probably one of the most popular servers. There are not that many to pick from, but I think Evernight would actually be relatively close to it. There are some sites that give some unofficial populations, but the problem with those, for anybody that might look at those, I don't remember their exact name. One of them's like a German site. And then there is another as well that I think is also German, but I'm not entirely sure on that one. Wonder what the best way to travel is. It seems like the most obvious way would be just doing what I was doing actually earlier, going to like that worm area. So we will try that, and I will actually go down the mountain on this side. I think I can. There's some weird split I noticed. I don't know if it was actually this area, but there was some point I noticed there was a weird split in the mini-map where it like changes from one texture or color to another one, even though the landscape doesn't appear to have that split. It just is actually on the mini-map. I wonder what that is about. I would guess they were making the mini-map or something and just stitched these two different things together, but yeah, I wonder how that happened or what's going on there basically. But as far as the server population goes, I think one thing with Arkenstone is it's relatively populated for end-game activities and even PvMP compared to some of the other servers. And I would guess in general, a lot of the people you hear from, if you pay attention to just like random online discussions about the game, about the servers in the game, it seems like people who participate in endgame and stuff like that, PvMP again, they will be relatively more active online than just like a casual person that maybe not do that. I don't know for sure that that's the case, but that is one possible thing about Arkenstone. You just hear from so many people about it. And I wonder the best way to go about this actually is, because I can do a little bit of exploring. Exploring is fun. But I'm not really sure where I would go from here. I actually do remember this area. I'll probably get quests for these mobs later. But that does not stop me for going ahead and doing this now. And yeah, as far as the USA servers, I think Brandywine and Arkenstone are maybe similar overall. That actually comes into maybe a little bit the thing I was talking about earlier. If Brandywine is really heavily populated as far as the Russian population goes, maybe you would also hear less from them, from like that group. So it's possible, like if Brandywine and Arkenstone had the same overall population, you just want to hear as much about Brandywine if it's from Russia, but I don't really know on that. It's just some things to consider with population. There's also, I think, Landreval. Landreval is one that's talked about a lot, but that one I don't think is one of the most populated. There's Gladden. I think that one's relatively low population as well. And then there's one that is a fairly low population. It could be Crick Hollow. I think Crick Hollow or Gladden. One of those two is like the least populated. Might be Crick Hollow. I seem to hear the least about that one. And it'd be kind of unfortunate if you are on a server like that, like Crick Hollow or even Gladden. I don't mean to say anything like bad about the people playing on those servers, but just unfortunate that they are lower population if you wanted a more populated one, especially after the transfers and the whole server merge thing that happened a long time ago. Wasn't really server merge, more consolidation of the servers and server closes. There are a whole bunch of issues with the server merge. Oh, my water was normal there? I wonder if it was flowing. I did not pay too much attention, actually. That is a good example of when I was just going about things and not actually paying attention. But yeah, that water is flowing. It's hard to see from here, but I wonder if that's why it looked more normal, just because it was flowing. Usually whenever I notice the issue of the... I don't know, pixelation is the right word. Granularity? Ooh, I don't know the right word for that, but just the blurriness of it, basically. Usually I notice that and kind of the low quality look of it. I notice that when it is still and not flowing. So like a lot of random ponds and some even little lakes, I guess you could call them, those tend to have the most issues with that with me, and some rivers that just aren't flowing, like the Ford of Brunnen wasn't really flowing in game over there. And I have been going with this stream for 2 hours. Actually, earlier I was thinking it when we got through like 40 minutes, I was like, wow, it has been a long time, but now I feel like I've actually been going a lot longer than 2 hours. I don't know, it just took, or felt like it took a really long time for me to get the quest done there, but I guess not. We'll get a ton of quests here. A lot of them, again, are just killing random enemies, but those are good quests, I feel like, for a hunter, just going out in the Trollshaws and hunting things. Very much so fits the class fantasy. How nice of them to put a supplier here. Of course, I do have the subscriber town services, but don't need that. Okay, yeah, bear pelts. I don't know why I was hovering over that mob. I should have already known that I needed to kill it for something. And I think for one of the quests I need to head northeast. There was, of course, the Bog Guardian type mobs to the southwest, but I really don't know where I need to head. And I have... So I almost feel like this is a deja vu thing that might have happened like this in Louisden when I was going through it with this Let's Play, but there was something weird about this place. I don't really remember what it was, but either something really weird was going on with Louisden when I was getting around this zone, or I'm just having some weird memories of something with this place. But that is all I have. There's just something weird, deja vu type feeling I'm getting with Louisden the Warden. Of course, when I went through this a couple of years ago on him in this particular area. I don't remember what it was. I don't know, there's something about like running back and forth a whole bunch of times. Down this stretch, and I don't know if there is some quest like that or what was going on with that. In Iceblood, you do have all your tunes on Landreval. I hear a lot of good things about that server. Like, some servers I'll actually hear negative things about. People don't like it, or there's not enough activity, or the people there are rude, but I think Landreval, wow, I got a 3k crit with something. I assume that was Blindside. No, Blood Arrow actually got a hit. I used Blindside, but it didn't actually hit before Blood Arrow. That was a giant devastate hit for Blood Arrow, especially considering it only does 568 to 841 at base. I must have really high crit damage on this character for that much of a devastate, it seems like. So yeah, with the whole time flying when I'm playing and engaging with my people, usually I do feel like that. Sometimes, especially when I'm questing like this and like I was yesterday. I went like 3 hours on not yesterday's stream. The last stream I did on this character, that was Thursday evening. And speaking of stream and yesterday, apparently my kin, we were doing our Lobi Moria group, and I totally meant to do that. I got doing some other things, but I meant to set some time aside to actually do that yesterday evening, so I totally missed that. But I think I'm getting towards the end. This path will actually go to Rivendell, but here's a Prowler. I almost wonder if this was the issue. No, I've killed a lot of Lynx, probably no issue with that. But yeah, usually it does feel like the time flies, but for some reason there, think specifically that I just felt like I was there forever doing the quest, but it actually wasn't that long. And that's actually an issue I do have sometimes. I feel like I'll be going slow with questing or whatever, because I generally quest slow in LOTRO, because I like getting distracted and streaming, again, engaging with all the people. But yeah, in this case, just because I had so many quests I was doing and doing all these different things, even had that setback at the garden camp, I just thought it was a lot longer. But at least I am having fun with it all. I don't mean that it was like taking forever, as in I wasn't having fun there. That is actually quite the opposite. This character, I'm having a lot of fun going through Trollshaws with him. Something I haven't done actually in a while on YouTube is just like level a low level character like this. I mentioned all the time that, ooh, there's a ram or a goat. Trying to remember if rams are different than goats. I feel like that is something I should just know, but it's just totally escaping my mind right now. Maybe rams are like male sheeps, maybe? But, ooh, yeah, I don't know, but there was something I wanted to say about this character. Oh, low-level characters. Yeah, so I always talk about, it seems like low levels are my favorites in LOTRO, but I haven't done much low-level content in a long while in LOTRO, so I'm also having fun just being on a low level. And I don't know why. There's a video I've been thinking of an idea for about Eriador specifically. There's something about all these low-level pre-50 zones that is just fun to me. And that goes to the idea that low levels are fun to me, because that's where all the low levels go, Eriador. It's not that a lot of the higher level zones are bad, like if we go to Moria and beyond, basically, that they're bad, but for some reason, just all these Eriador zones I have a lot of fun in. And I think there are a few reasons, which actually I have to check. I might have made a little bit of progress on the video now that I'm talking about it. Not actually like recording any video or having any of it done, but just having the ideas laid out for it. Uh-oh. Fortunately, that was not that big of a drop. In this area, this particular landscape area, I think it's a bit interesting for Trollshaws. It's different than anything we have been to before as far as Trollshaws go. And it kind of reminds me of something, but I can't really think of what. I don't know if it reminds me a little bit of Eregion, which would make sense since we're near that zone, but yeah, there's just something nice about this little area that I like, but I feel like it reminds me of somewhere, I just can't think where. So I have a bunch of quests done. I haven't really been paying attention to actually what my quests are or what I need to do for them, but I just see I have a lot of quests done, so I will do some turn-ins and then see what other quests I have. Looks like I do have perfectly 5 turn-ins. And I leveled up to 37, so 5 levels to go on this character. I really wonder when Wildwood will be released, and Ettenmoors, probably not. This could be similar looking to Ettenmoors. I know Ettenmoors is, oh, right here actually. I forgot it said on the map that it was right there, but yeah, Ettenmoors goes along this river, I think is what that is. But it could be similar to that. I just have not been to Ettenmoors in a long time, so I don't remember exactly what it looks like, but I do think it is somewhat similar to this. That does sound right. Okay, Bloom of Fins, we can get that. Foul Hounds, House of the Master, we're not doing that yet. Surprise Pipeweed, that is Rivendell. Nora Strawley. I thought Nora, oh, Bree. I need to go to Bree for that quest. Okay, so we're headed west for the Bloom of the Fins and Foul Hounds. Wonder if I need that for a deed. I do not. But those are the only mobs we can see, so I might as well shoot them while I have broken legs here. Coldfell vibes. Coldfell. I don't remember. Coldfell, it sounds like a place that could be in LOTRO, but I cannot think of where that is right now. I almost feel like talking about Irid Mithrin. Coldfell? Okay, maybe not here. I don't know why I was thinking Irid Mithrin when he mentioned that. Not this place. Vales of Anduin? Nope. So Richarian Ettenmoors is not open for the legendary servers. We still do not have access to that. I actually wonder if Ettenmoors came out on the legendary servers, if I would play it, I would mainly be interested in that if my kin actually did that and actually going out with them. But everybody that I play with in LOTRO doesn't really PvP or do PvMP, so not too much investment. Oh, so Coldfell is the... Yeah, that place sounded familiar, so that is the camp, right? I believe it's right here. The Free People's Camp in Ettenmoors, okay. Oop, that... I was going to look down to see if it was a safe jump, so we will just find out. Broken legs, that is... Wow, only 6 seconds. Sometimes when you slide across landscape like that, you can somehow manage to... yeah, not break your legs, which would be quite a miracle in a case like that, or just not have it take as long. Break them as badly as it should. The debuff doesn't last as long, the slow movement speed. Yeah, Ettenmoors, I feel like there's been a lot more PvMP activity outside of endgame lately. Just talked about more in general. In my 17 reasons to play LOTRO video, I actually had a PvMP section, but to get gameplay I had to... I actually just searched a bunch of videos on YouTube. There are all these PvMP videos, and a lot of them were, I don't think, really great to just like show general PvMP gameplay, but I came across one that was okay. And just a random story, that is how I got that section of gameplay in that video. A lot of issues, which isn't really a bad thing as far as the people making the videos go, but a lot of issues is there's a lot of different things going on with the UI. So one thing, as a content creator, I like to have a UI that's similar to the default one. I don't have all that many things going on. The main difference I really have is the blurred chat box on the bottom right, but that is my kin chat, of course. Everything else is pretty much default, and that's kind of how I like it. This is the setup I like as well, as far as the game goes, in the screen and the UI and all of that. Okay, so now we have to find the long way up. I found the short way down, and I think we can go up this way. I don't remember. I think I tried to go up the other way. The first time I did not come back south, so I think this is the other thing I can try, the other way up I can try. I don't know, I feel adventurous, so I'll just go this way. I don't remember, I don't think this is the way I went earlier. But I have been across this area so much that I don't even remember exactly. But yeah, with Coldfells, I probably would not have recognized that name without all this random PvMP activity going on. Was sort of the point of that, I think. Always when my inventory is open like this, I just like staring at it to see everything in there, see if there's anything notable that I need to look at. But I do not see anything in particular. I kind of forgot that I was maybe planning on turning my sturdy hides into sturdy leathers and getting Explorer up a little bit. Oops, that was not the tab. I meant to be looking at my deeds. I think whenever I open the social panel, I just like always go to the kinship tab, and I was on autopilot for that, but I was meaning to look at the deeds, and I still need the trapdoor lair. Okay, we need to head north. I wonder where the trapdoor lair is. It is ruins. It could be... Oh, North Trollshaws. That would be my guess. I don't know why, but I feel like the spiders in the northwest part of Trollshaws are called like trapdoor spiders. Might not be the case, but that made me think of it, and I think I need to go to the slightly lower section of the High Moor. Road to Rivendell, I need the Gates of Imladris, which I think would be up on this part. Maybe. Because we've done all the other ones, and it's simply the road to Rivendell, so continue the road, and I should get that one done. Deeds of Explorer of Trollshaws, so those are the only two I need for the Explorer of Trollshaws. We already have the quest deed done, and then all these Slayer deeds. I don't even know... Let's see, Wilds... Yeah, I still have not done one... I still haven't completed one of the Slayer deeds, and Worms is the closest. If I killed one more Worm... Well, actually, I think I need to complete an advanced deed just to see how many Slayer deeds there are. And hello, Mario-Lyn Swift Arrow. You asked what server. I am on Anor right now. Still, I kind of forget this is a Wildwood preparation stream. I just kind of named it that because that is what I'm doing. That is the goal of my leveling. Whenever I do just... Like, if I level a character like this, a low-level character, somewhat randomly, I usually try to have some purpose, especially when I'm streaming, like, give it a little bit of a serious name, so there's some sense of progression there. And the main reason I am leveling this character is to get him ready for Wildwood, even though I'm having a lot of fun here in Trollshaws doing that. That is how this all started. I don't know why talking about my server got me going on that, but... Yeah, so quests. I need to bring the wooden figurines to Norastrawley. And otherwise, I do have some other quests. I have to go to Rivendell. That would be one big thing. And the Down from the Mountains Fellowship quest. I can go ahead and turn that in. There's also a camp here. I think for the hunter, this will be a very convenient camp for me to go ahead and set. Because I could be traveling in this area a decent amount as I work out a couple things for what I'm going to do next on this character. And as a little outlook, I don't really know. I might wrap up these quests, like do all the Rivendell quests, look at all that, and then see where I am. But with this character, this is one of the worries with Trollshaws. I started the zone at level 31 and I'm level 37 now, so made a lot of progress. I'm doing the wrong thing. Made a lot of progress questing so far, so I really have to consider for the future what I want to do and how I want to do it, especially if Wildwood is released this week. I would prefer to start questing there about launch day. And that would be released during the weekday, so I'd have to do it in the evening, but yeah, I just have to try to budget my time so I can go through Wildwood when it is released on this character, and I might start trying to level a little bit faster. So that means I will go ahead and use the accelerated XP, and I cannot do that in combat, but we should get out of combat, and I'm going the wrong way. I want to go to the Giant Valley. And there is not Turtle Moss, and there is not a VIP XP bonus right now. What you are seeing, I can look at it in a minute once I use the Destiny. What you are seeing is story pace, so there's actually an XP debuff. I am on Legendary server Anor, so I am getting only 60% of normal XP. This character, though, I think has some XP buff items, so I do have 3 of those. So I am getting 175% of 60%. Wait. Yeah, I'm getting 175% of 60% of normal XP, which I don't know how that compares to the normal 100. For some reason, that would be like, if you divide it into 15, so it'd be 45. I think it's like 105%. Okay, so we need to defend Arafale, and this is actually one of the times I might consider switching to the yellow line, because a quest like this I think would be relatively easy in the yellow line. It should not be that tough in the blue line, though. I can kite these things and only take one at a time. Alright, let me go ahead and accept this quest. I'm actually still out of combat. I'll go ahead and gain focus, because why not? So one giant is randomly friendly, then the others are not. I wonder... Okay, so he's just sat in... Oh, he's defending himself from his own kinsmen, but he does not want their evil to spread from the mountains. And I think these giants, they're mostly, I'm guessing, spread from... Where did he say the mountains? Down from the mountains, like implying they're from Misty Mountains, where there's the giant halls and a bunch of giants there. This is the giant valley. Quest rewards. The axe, of course, is nice DPS compared to my sword, but I don't want it, but it does sell for more. And here I get the quest. I don't remember if there are more quests here, or if there's just a couple. His face looks kind of weird. I feel like it's one of those things that is just like somewhat lower resolution, one of the older things in LOTRO, especially compared to the updated avatars they have for the characters, the updated models. That it makes some NPCs like that just look like they have really low resolution textures on like their face or whatever. And it does look like there's another quest. I'm not entirely familiar with what all these group quests are. Maybe I don't. On the map there is a ring there. Arafel? Yep, he is there. I guess the ring is just staying there, okay. But I don't know. I guess I could do this quest right now. There's not much reason not to. I was originally planning on going up to Rivendell after going here, but if it's just this one quest, it looks like the Drakes will start a quest. If it's just these couple of quests, that is definitely not all that much, and I think I can do it now. It'll also be a little bit of a nice change of pace. I do plan to do North Trollshaws, I think, on this character eventually. Maybe that's what I was kind of getting to later. I really have to decide how to budget my time for getting maybe a little bit of ahead of some stuff so I can spend more time with Wildwood when it comes out. And also still trying to get this character up to level 42 or whatever. Okay, yeah, just defeat Drakes. Uh-oh, there is. Okay, that's a new quest. These do count for Wormslayer, but that is okay. Ooh, this guy, okay, he's ranged, so he's actually doing a decent amount of damage. I might have to, I wonder if switching to red line, I know I was probably not playing the blue line all that well right now, but earlier I was comparing the two a little bit. I'll go ahead and use press onward. I don't know if it was ultimately needed there. But yeah, I'm actually having, when the Drakes are ranged like that, I do have to worry a little bit more about my survivability here. Have all this random food, might as well use it in my inventory. I wonder, getting crafted armor for this gear, updated crafted armor might actually be very helpful. So maybe before I do this, I'll save this for later. And before I get going too much with this, I will head to Rivendell and wrap up some things. And maybe for the rest of the stream, I will do that, wrap up all the things, and then see if I actually want to try to do Giant Valley, because I will have my campfire set here. But I think maybe before I do that, I could look into doing North Trollshaws and going ahead and getting that done. But I also think North Trollshaws might have some quest chains that take a while. I don't remember completely if that's the case, if it's very quick to get through. There are just a few quests or not. And this is a tough time for the traits as far as Blue Line Hunter goes. I didn't even realize I had another trait point to spend, but getting the heal with Blood Arrow, getting a little bit of heal over time would be nice, and getting the reduced cooldown would be nice. But also getting damage over time would be nice, but Exsanguinate, getting the 100% application chance on that is nice, but it feels very rough to me not having 100% chance, relying on RNG basically. A little bit of a frustrating type thing. As you are building it up, once you get the 100%, it's not as bad. But just having to either rely on RNG for a ton of damage with Exsanguinate, I think the overtime damage would be pretty significant for me right now. Or not actually getting that proc to proc. So it's something I basically shouldn't rely on, but occasionally I will get a huge boost of damage, I think is how I have to think about it. And this part of Rivendell, this is very green looking. Of course Rivendell overall is green, but it seems like it has looked relatively orange and goldenish. And down there, there's a lot, but just the actual surface looks a lot more green here. And I know a lot of not Rivendell specifically, but Trollshaws, a lot of the surface actually has fallen leaves on it. It's like that texture instead of a grass texture. But yeah, there should be plenty for me to do in Rivendell here, at least as far as I remember, to kind of start things off. So as far as the lookout for the rest of the stream, it's not like I'm immediately getting done here. But I think my current plan is to save all the group content stuff for the next stream and kind of, ideally maybe next stream, wrap up any loose ends I have in Trollshaws and try to get level 42 as the priority. And that will have me set for Wildwood. As much as I usually don't like rushing kind of like this in LOTRO, but the point again for this character is to get him ready for Wildwood, and I'm shooting for level 42 for that. Hopefully there's no issue with a level 42 getting the quests, especially because they are level 45. It should definitely be possible, but sometimes there are some weird things in LOTRO where I feel like they could have that cut off. Okay, so don't need to go there. I don't know why I was heading down that path. I do need to go up here, and there are a few quests, I think. I already mentioned this, but yeah, I'm just actually reminding myself a little bit, getting reminded of a few different quests I can do, or that there are in Rivendell as I'm going through this. And hello, Jonathan Amos.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
To Imlad Glare, that is... Okay, actually I have no idea where that is. Oh, that is... I actually forget how to go there. There is a way to get there, but I somehow forget. I think you have to talk to somebody or something. It's been so long since I've been to that part of Rivendell. Actually, I forget. The LOTRO wiki, unless somebody can actually answer in chat real quick, the LOTRO wiki will probably save me. Oh, too far away. Okay, so inside here, I don't think I need Bilbo's room. But I need to go to Elrond's library. So it looks like I need to enter Imlad Glare. Yeah, there is something on the southeast side. That is where I thought it was. Here is Elrond. And Book 4, Chapter 1. This is also what I wanted to try, the book quest here.
A strange fate brings you hither.
And a place of rest. That is complete the Riddle game quest arc. I don't know if this is good XP. It'd be something that would probably be good to do, but I think there's a lot of story that could be a little bit slow there as far as progression goes. I wouldn't mind doing it again on this character. This could be something I do, like to tie up the loose ends of Rivendell. Or not just Rivendell, but Trollshaws in general. I don't know why I'm stuck on Rivendell right now. And Eladon, I believe he is in, it's like the guest house, I think is what it's called. That part of Rivendell. So, wait, what quest is that? The book quest? Oh, maybe he is not. Oh, he's in, yeah, he's over there. I forgot about that. He's at Thorinhad. And that would also be something, the book quest, that is, of course, one other thing I can do today. Not today specifically, on this character, I mean. Okay, so to get to the other place I need to go, there's something, I believe, on that side of the river that I need to get to. I don't actually know if I could jump up there from this side. I don't feel like it'll be possible, but it's something I want to at least attempt. It really doesn't look like the landscape will allow me, but it is possible that there's a way up over here. Or maybe it isn't even sloped that much. Okay, it is sloped that much. I didn't think this section was sloped that much, but well, they must just really not want you to get up there. This could be the path I should go. Actually, this is a little bit better of a landing than I expected here. This might be where I needed to go anyway. I do have acquaintance, so that works. Wonder what the view looks like from here. It really has been a very long time since I've actually gone to this section of Rivendell. This is a neat view. It'd be neat if you could see it without all these stuff though. There, but I think I got a decent screenshot. Guess I can get on my mount. I do have a ton of, I have at least 2 quest items to actually turn in. I think there are actually 3. That's a neat little stance. But yeah, with the quest items, I think I have 3 of these actually. There's a dagger as well, like a boar tooth dagger or something like that. And those will be a little bit extra XP.
What do you need?
Okay, here's the Rivendell. I kind of doubt there's anything I can really use right now that requires confidence rank 2. It's kind of funny, some old items I know require a lot of like random virtue levels like that. And now, when you do deeds, it'd be better to level ones you're actually interested in for your character, but then some of them, like that one, some items like that one you just won't be able to wear if you don't actually want that virtue unless you do decide to level it. So I wonder what this dagger looks like. I do have all my Rivendell rep items. I don't even actually have that much, but I do have some I can go ahead and use, see if it boosts me up a little bit. And it did not. But yeah, none of those things I could use yet on this character. See, this water, it's fairly still overall. It's not really flowing too much, but there's a little bit of motion going on, so it does not look that bad to me. And you can also see through it. It's not like pure reflection. See a little bit of reflection of the sky there. Anyway, I forgot what I actually needed to do over here. I needed to do something, just turn in the rep quest maybe, Timlad Glare. So I think that was all I need to do, and I can just go back out. Getting a little bit distracted again just because it has been so long since I've actually traveled here. It's just something so out of the way that I don't really ever go there. It's almost like Thorin's Hall. That is a place I basically never go as well in LOTRO. And hello, Salty's Grunt. Today is your birthday, so you're just dropping in to leave a like. Well, thank you for 1, dropping in, and 2, for leaving a like, especially on your birthday, and hope you have a happy birthday. You are in drink mode, it sounds like. That is a neat reflection. I guess the sky has a little bit of purple to it, but it looks like the reflection is a lot more purple than is actually in the sky. But anyway, just a neat little scene here, I think. Okay, this quest, Place of Rest, that is one we are ignoring for now. And I should have all these other quests to turn things in at Rivendell. Spawn of the North, we'll get to that later. Bearhide Armor, Boartooth Dagger. Alright, there we go. All these things are to the northwest, and I really don't remember all the quests in Rivendell. I thought there might be a few more that I come across, but maybe not. Maybe they either come later, or like with my Hunter, the class, you get the stuff from Aragorn or somebody like that. I don't remember exactly who, but in this part, I think that's like the last home. Wait, this is the last homely house, right? Yeah, and that is like the guest house or something like that, guest rooms. Here's one quest. This is for Misty Mountains, which I am unlikely to do on this character. If I do continue after Wildwood, I will probably go to Regan, as I have mentioned many of times now, it seems like. So neither of these I want. Wonder, okay, they don't look particularly interesting to me either, so I don't really want them. They will go, the Bearhide Armor will go to Vendor. The perfect bear hide. I got a bear hide jacket out of it, and I really don't want that. That was a big waste of the bear hide, unfortunately. And then I should have one more surprise pipe weed. That is, yeah. That is to someone. We'll find out who. I wonder, I actually want to see what the quest text says for who it is. Someone in Rivendell may know how the barrel of pipeweed came to rest off the road. So I found I've taken a pouch from it to show someone in nearby Rivendell. Most unusual. Rivendell really does look like Trollshaws though. I don't know if it's something I've always noticed too much or paid too much attention to, but it's of course in a huge little valley part of Trollshaws and a little bit separate from this whole part. It's east of the... Actually, it's not even really east of the Fort of Bruin, and it is where it's labeled. Down here it is to the east, but at this point, assuming this is still technically the Fort of Bruin, and up here it is north of it. But setting that aside, this is like the Fort of Bruin, so I guess it'd be on both sides of it a little bit. But anyway, that is actually overall similar to the rest of Trollshaws, which is nice. Just with the trees and all that type of stuff, it really fits in for the region. Which it should. It's just something I don't think I've paid too much attention to that is nice in this area. So I do think I actually need to go to Bilbo's room. That's the only place I can think of for somebody that would be interested in this pipeweed.
Perhaps you would lend me some aid.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh.
Thank you for the company.
Uh-oh. Oh no, Frodo's burden. We did not want to do this. I'll go ahead and do it. I don't mind doing it. It will just take a minute. Take a minute or 5. I'm not entirely sure how long it will actually be, but it always feels like quests like this are usually very slow, it seems like. What I can do in the meantime is clean up my inventory, maybe? Get a lot of random potions, it seems like. I think the only ones I'm missing are poison potions. Might as well lock those. Here, I can follow him, and we can pay attention to the story. As in, have it in the background and maybe pay attention a little bit. He's going super slow, even with the text, that it's super easy to keep up. But usually during downtimes like this, I do like to manage my inventory. Could go ahead and open all these different packs. But one thing, well, I wonder what I should do with all these different materials. So this server, my characters are all messy, I want to call them, on this server, just because my bank alt has a bunch of random junk, which I guess is similar to my one on Arkenstone, but as far as crafting mats, everything seems so unorganized on the server, and on Arkenstone, just for comparison, I have basically 2 bank alts in play. Louisden mostly on that server now. So, my bank alt somehow got named Melrieth. It is not my favorite character name. Okay, Apprentice Scholar mats, definitely don't need those. But I think to clean out my inventory some, it would be good to get rid of a lot of this Apprentice, Journeyman, and even Expert stuff. The Artisan stuff I think I can go ahead and keep. But yeah, this will be something productive I can do while we walk with Frodo, and I think with the UI we can all see what is going on. If you all want to with the story. Expert Metalsmith. Okay, I feel very weird doing that whole skippity thing. Try to go on slow walk at least. Oh, we're already finished? I thought that quest was a lot longer, to be honest. That was actually kind of nice. That was not too long. This feels way more. If I was actually interested in playing LOTRO entirely as an immersive game and not just like running through stuff super fast, which I don't even do anyway, but I would definitely walk like this when questing and doing these little things, because I know my character would get tired running. I even have find the path clicked there, so I'm doing an extra fastish walk. But at the same time, in general, I, in real life, am a bit of a faster walker, at least usually. But I just noticed in LOTRO, even the walk is just very slow. Be nice if there was something, like a fast walk option, if I was actually interested in it. Varia Andreva, thank you for becoming a channel member. I know we had a lot of activity with that Thursday, so I believe you are like the 19th member or something like that, but I really do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the content, Varia. And that should help. I'm working on getting stuff for the backdrop over here. I'm working on stuff with that, and I think that will help go towards that, basically. And by the way, I put a poll for anybody unfamiliar. I did put a poll on my channel, which got a ton of responses, and this actually has a whole other thing I thought about talking about today with that. But yeah, I put a poll on my channel for potential backdrop options. Okay, a place of rest. What do we need to do as far as quests go? Completed that. Let me go back here, see if there's anything. Oh, Bilbo Baggins' Hall of Fire, North Side. Okay. I don't really remember the Riddle game quest arc. He's in the, yeah, Hall of Fire. I do remember the Hall of Fire and going here. But I feel like as far as Trollshaws quests go in general, the ones I have done the least of would be the quests like this. I'm actually too low level for the next thing he has. Find an item that solves Landir's riddle. Is it in the Hall of Fire, or where would it be? That is what I'm not sure to like even begin with. Somewhere in the last homely house, okay. Hold your hand, but I have no hands. Sleep in summer. Grow. Then lose my mate. I feel no sorrow, truth be told. I really have no idea what is going on there. I feel like it would be something that is cold. Like, it makes me think of a Frostgrim, which isn't really too realistic. But yeah, it sounds like something that does not like the summer and sleeps during it, but then prefers the winter. I wonder, just for sake of progressing the quest, I wonder if the LOTRO wiki would probably be the best place to find this stuff out. So they are near the Vault Keeper. Well, that is pretty convenient, and that does make sense. It looks like it will be work gloves. And they do their best in winter. They are not that great during summer. And yes, gloves are definitely good in the cold. My hands, it's kind of odd, but my hands usually get cold. Even when, like, I can be warm and hot, it's kind of annoying sometimes. I really do feel like I'm cheating looking at the LOTRO wiki because I just want to progress on this character, but gloves definitely make sense for that one. Long beard. Wait, he has a long beard? That sounds like a mop, actually. Many hands hold me. Yeah, clean up a mess. This one was pretty easy. Not necessarily a mop, but probably a broom with bristly hair. The question is, where is a broom? And now I feel like I could look on the LOTRO wiki because I think I figured it out, but if I can get out here, but I do not actually know where a broom would be. Assume it's in the last homely house. Yeah, it looks like all of these are probably in the last homely house, and I don't know if I would have to actually enter a room or if I can just look and see. So this is the type of thing that I feel like is actually more immersive, to look myself in the game. But I have kind of fallen into the trap, it seems like, of liking the convenience of knowing where to go and just picking up the item. So I will, at least for this broom, maybe try to find it. And though I don't see anything like that, I could turn floaty names on, but in a way that is also a little bit of immersiveness loss, I guess. Okay, I think I've looked everywhere. We will see where this one is. Maker, it looks like there are 5 quests total in this series. So it is, used to be in the stable, 2nd floor, Scholar's Guild Hall. That would be a lot of searching if I did actually have to search all these rooms. I did not know, and if I would have to actually search all these rooms, but it does look like it. It looks like for some reason in update 13 it was in the stable. I don't know if that is in the last homely house or outside of it, but I wonder why that would have been updated. It seems like a stable would be a good place for that. This is also a good place, I think, for a broom. Maybe. Scholars, yeah, it says Scholars Guild Hall. I might just be a little bit blind right now. There it is. Oh, it's a Balsam broom. I have no idea what a Balsam broom is, but it looked like a regular broom to me. Oh no, I actually did injure my legs. I was just thinking I could jump off of there. That's something I would definitely not do in real life, jump off that. But in a game, that is one of the nice fun things you can do. Even if it causes you to injure your legs briefly, you can be a little bit more reckless, it seems like. Okay, next one, breath is needed, warning heeded. Some will arrive with sword and knife, my work is complete. I was thinking like a shield, but I don't know why breath was needed. Another thing with sword and knife is the knife made me think something cooking, but I still don't know the breath is needed, warning heeded. Let's see, I'm thinking something somewhat shield-like with this, but I really have no idea. I feel like I'm probably missing something. And a lot of things with riddles like this, I feel like it's going to be something fairly obvious. I wonder when you actually accept the quest it gives you anything. Oh, apparently it is a horn. That makes sense. The breath is needed, warning heeded. That definitely makes sense with the horn, and that is what I was really missing. I didn't know what that part meant. So this is in the guest rooms. I don't remember where the guest rooms are as far as... I assume it's in the last homely house still. On the 1st floor, maybe, I'm thinking. Okay, so this one is actually outside. Guest chambers? I will check the guest chambers first. Except this one I must complete Book 12, Chapter 10, which I have not done on this character. Of course, so I will check the guest rooms. Specifically. Wow, this one would be really hard. I don't know, back in the day, what people would have done for quests like this, just because... Oh, it actually shows you? Okay, that actually is a big help, but, well, back in the day, there also used to not be the quest checker. But I really do wonder, quests like this back in the day, what people did if they relied on the internet or asking people in-game how they found this item. Especially, even if you did figure out that it was a horn, with the whole breath is needed, warning heeded. I just wonder how you would have actually gone about finding it. Yeah, this one does say somewhere in Rivendell instead of specifically in the last homely house, so maybe that would tell you to go outside at least. I feel right now very fortunate that I have people here to help me in the chat, but also the LOTRO wiki, which is a great resource pretty frequently. I need to adjust my headphones. I feel like, I guess the headphones, just having them on so long, slowly falling off towards the back of my head. And I did want to go here anyway, because I knew there was a quest here, but this is maybe not what I was thinking.
What do you need?
The riddle finder. Oh, so... Riddle out of Gondor. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense with a lot of the stuff. So talk to... Bring Boromir's badge to Lindir. One thing I want to look at quickly is this map. I assume this is the map in the game before they made updates to the map. It's kind of funny seeing cows here in the Shire, and even Evendom. Evendom looks very weird compared to what it is now on the map. Lowlands, you see Weathertop right there. I think that's the big feature. Trollshaws, they have a tree icon. Breland has the big town. Angmar. That looks like a tombstone above Angmar. That's kind of funny. Irilduin looks a lot more forested on this map, but that's really funny with Evendom. I guess this is like an early rendition map. Voracle actually looks relatively similar. It's a little bit different, but the lake there looks similar. But yeah, just Evendom, that one looks way different to me. If we look at the map that we have now, comparing it to that, Evendom does have, I think the lake is a bit more pronounced and the trees are a little bit less pronounced here. There's Irilduin. Irilduin looks a little bit more mountainous in this map. But anyway, I just thought that was pretty neat seeing this here. This is before even Eregion and Edwaith and all that stuff is added. And I assume this is from like the in-game map way back in the day. Okay, I do want one more screenshot of that. I kind of remember maybe the base Eriador map being drawn in this style for the whole zoomed out part, but I really don't remember exactly what it looked like back in the day. There is Legolas. For a fun fact, there is, no relation between Louis and Legolas. We just happen to have the same LAS name ending, and we both just happen to be hunters. It's definitely a complete coincidence, and not because I have trouble naming characters. But anyway, for this quest, we have something way in the northwest. Did I forget to turn in the something? Dagger, maybe? Boar tooth? There's something at the northwest. What is that? Momentous decision. Oh, that's the green quest. Okay, I might as well go ahead and do that, I figure, while I'm here on the side of Rivendell. Pipeweed, I might as well keep. Could come in handy later. Gandalf's Thanks. This is an interesting enough item name that I want to look at it. Looks like he gave me some... It's a little bit of a fancy staff, but not really that great of a staff. I was expecting it to be some very rough looking stick, but I guess he was a little bit nicer than that. Unfortunately, as a hunter, it's not much thanks to give me a staff when I cannot use it. Boartooth Dagger. I could have just told myself I completed that quest by having that item. Anyway, got all that stuff sold. I have this box, anniversary gift box. Don't need to open that right now. Oh, floating names. Normally I do play with floating names off. I don't know if I turned it on for a specific reason, probably earlier, working on the broom quest. But yeah, just in a situation like that, I really like it off to clean up the screen a little bit, I guess. There is a hunter. We've ran into... Oh no, I feel like I've run into a few people today. It seems like a relatively decent amount of people, more than I would have expected to see just like leveling in the Trollshaws. One on this server where there's not all that many people playing. There's 126, but I feel like this server, Anor, right now is heavily weighted towards level 100s. I don't know exactly that's the case. I'd actually be curious what the level range is for this server. But just because it's a relatively lower populated server, it's maybe 15 to 20% of other servers. I just feel like sometimes it is empty, especially at a level range like this, but maybe not. Just looking through the who list, there's not all that many here. And I say who list, oh, it actually is called who in the game. I think that is what it is. I was getting that from WoW. I think that's what it's called in WoW. If you type /who, that brings it up. As far as quests go, I'm ready to turn in the one to Lindir and also Aragorn and Rivendell, so I'm not even going back here for that quest I just did, but I do have the couple ones here. Okay. Whenever I have a lag spike like that, I always feel like I'm going to crash. I don't really crash that frequently in LOTRO, but just whenever I have a random skip like that, it always makes me think I'm going to crash. Lindir's gauntlets, don't want those. I do want the health potions though. Talk to Bilbo. Okay, what is the next one? Talk to Elrond. This doesn't seem like much of a riddle. He's the riddle seeker though. This is a little bit of a change of pace, I guess, that I'm not actually having to solve a riddle right now. I just have to go to Elrond. Yeah, I guess after playing a character for a while, and like an outfit like this, I'm just getting more used to it over time. I mentioned a few times now that there are a few features of the outfit that I don't really like, but it's something I think fits the zone. Glorfindel. I don't actually know immediately where Glorfindel is. About the riddle. He is outside the House of Elrond by the waterfall, and I'm about to break my legs. There's actually, I think if you jump on that, you can save a little bit of leg injury, I guess. I think it's a little bit of strategy, basically, to get down quicker without injuring your legs. Okay, so Glorfindel, he is the one that's down on this corner, and I think I needed to talk to him for something else, maybe. Anyway. There was at least another ring here before I started this quest.
How can I be of service?
Okay, Riddle Master collects Celebrian's legacy. I will look at that one in a moment, but he has Glorfindel's company to talk to Kulang. He is near Lake Evendem. I probably won't do this quest, but I'll go ahead and accept it just so I don't have that floating around there. In the mini-map here, tracker, and just from him. So for his quest, I need to collect Celebrian's legacy. And I have no idea where this is. What is that quest called? Complete, okay, a place of rest is to complete the quest arc. The Riddle Master, momentous decision to the west. This one might not tell me, it might be something I actually need to look at. Oh no, this is towards the Giant Valley, okay. I know that is where I am headed. I do want to check really quick, just see the quest chain. This is the last quest in the quest chain, it looks like. So it just says the Lost Elf Vault is somewhere, okay, in the High Moor. So I think, placed it upon a rock. It's kind of interesting, I think, looking at old quests like this. These were designed, at least as far as I know, this quest would have been designed before the quest tracker came out. So it's kind of interesting seeing quests like this with long descriptions actually giving you advice where to go for the quest compared to more modern day quests. And I don't know for sure that a lot of modern day quests are like this because I don't read a whole bunch of quests, but those mission ones are not good examples. Yeah, this one is also not the best example, but as far as I know, a lot of modern quests don't really tell you exactly like where to go in detail in the description compared to these older quests because there was no quest tracker back then. And for what I am going to do, I am going to do a momentous decision, and before I do that, let's see, my map home should be off cooldown, which it is. So I think I will go ahead and do these quests. I probably still won't do the elite quest, but I would like to go ahead and get the quest chain, the specific one I'm on, go ahead and get that done maybe. and then get wrapped up with this stream. It does look like I made it to 3 hours. I didn't really know how long I would go today, but I feel like we're getting to a good kind of resting point. And that is one tough thing, I guess, about streaming. On trying to do playthroughs like this all on stream with content creation is, say in a normal gaming session that I would have, it probably wouldn't be quite this long. This is a lot of sitting, relatively still. I don't really sit that still. I have to change position, and you'll probably see me rocking in the chair even. But anyway, sitting here like playing a game for this long straight is a bit long for me. Usually I'd like to get up and do other stuff and take little breaks. So I don't know, this is just like a random thing with streaming, just thinking in general. If I were not streaming and playing this character, I probably would be going like 1 to 2 hours and taking a break, and just thinking with this character, I'd probably actually be good to play him later in an hour if I were not doing this. Like if I take a break to eat dinner, basically. Even though my eating schedule is a little bit weird. I noticed this whenever I open the map, so especially now it's getting dark outside. I wonder how the lighting on my webcam is going. I totally forgot to mention this, but as you all, well, I don't know, everybody saw it, but in my setup video, I have a window next to my desk, and I had closed the curtain for the stream just because it was so bright it would have offset the light. Been a lot brighter on this side compared to this side, but I think it's actually switched now. It's brighter where I have my lamp. But anyway, that's kind of interesting just because it is getting darker outside. All the lighting has changed in here. And when I open the map, the whole point was this actually makes my face like light up orange on the webcam since it's so bright. And since I don't have the best lighting here, but I am walking around aimlessly. I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what happens. I am like going in circles, back and forth circles, and doing nothing right now. Okay, that is to talk to Elrond. I will go ahead and complete the Riddle game quest arc. I think I will try to complete that and see where this leads, basically. And I got a new skill, Beneath Notice. For some reason, I remember the skill, but I do not remember this icon for the skill. I don't know why, I just don't remember that icon at all for Beneath Notice, or for any skill for that matter. But I will set it there somewhere random to put it. I don't know the best way to actually go about this, if I should go north. I don't think it would be in the Giant Valley, kind of trying to remember the landscape around there. I don't think there would be any section that goes north like that into the mountains. And the quest text actually said Highmoor, a little bit of a useful hint there even. There should be a rock that was placed on. Here's a rock pillar. Looks like I might have to go inside here. Hidden doorway. Oh, there's a hidden doorway. This whole thing looked like a hidden doorway just because it had different texture with the game, but there's a little bit that opened up there. Oh, there are crawlers here. How exciting. Harbingers of Death, I'm pretty sure this actually gives for the Borenan Gorges. That is pretty funny. This is a quest for those crawlers. Oh, this one is somehow a little bit lost. Even this other one is. I wonder, there's a little bit of a change in the landscape here. I wonder if that's for some reason causing issues with these crawlers. But this little lip right here, I wonder if that was causing issues. I don't know why it would, but that is my only guess. And for this quest, I need to defeat. I was going to say there probably aren't enough crawlers, but a couple more spawned. In the middle of that fight, it looked like. There's a dead troll. Okay, so I think that quest is done. I need to go back to Glorfindel, and then I'll have to go to Elrond. I actually do want to do a cause for sorrow, if it seems reasonable for me to get to where that quest is. I think it is in Evendim. I don't remember where in Evendim, though. Okay, so yeah, headed east. But as far as the Nora Strawley quest, A Cause for Sorrow. Wow, this Rivendell looks very bright. I thought when I left here, it was like dark, but now I guess it's morning and bright. Kind of neat, I think, that we get to see a little bit two different times to see Rivendell. And I think here is also, it shows it's just really green. Because compared to the rest of Trollshaws, again, there's a lot of leaves and stuff. A little bit different colors. This is just so bright green with the grass texture they have. There, it's pretty nice. This is, I think, also a good example. I talk about this pretty frequently in the game. Some things just don't look all that great with screenshots, and I think that's one thing people can be critical about the graphics. I'm just looking about this, but I really don't know how it looks in the video, but actually playing the game and looking at these areas in the game, like traveling here a little bit, just the mountain and the world building aspect of it just looks really great, I think. And that's one of the areas, like if I took a screenshot of that and was trying to say the graphics of the game were great or whatever, just based off that screenshot, it's one of those areas that I don't think actually looks all that great. At least frequently, areas like that seem to not look that great in screenshots. Okay, as far as quests here, what am I doing? I did not even talk to Glorfindel. Got way too distracted. There is Asper. I was going to, or kind of thinking a little bit, that's a bit of an odd name. Pergola Trainer. I was wondering why he had like the vendor icon when I was hovering over him, but that name, Asper, I was like, that's a little bit of an odd name, but I should not really critique anybody's names because I have a very hard time coming up with character names. Basically, at this point, any character I make, I try to come up with some variation on Louis. Okay, so we're going to Elrond for both of my quests, it looks like. Very bright in here. I guess you get a hope buff, it actually looks like, or something like that. That's what it looked like. There it is, +9 hope. I was like, it seems like that kind of brightness you get whenever you get a hope buff. Alright, got a lot done. I don't think I want this dagger, as interesting as it might be. Riddle Master's hat. Riddlestone. Master of Riddles. Yeah, I don't really like any of these items, unfortunately. That was an interesting quest chain. I don't know that I've ever actually done that one. I might have, but I don't really remember it too much. And if I did, I probably just looked at the LOTRO wiki and paid no attention to what I was actually doing. There's that little hope animation type thing again. So Glorfindel for my next quest. And I got the Riddle game quest arc done. I don't know how much left there will be with Rivendell and what I can do here. I also have to go back to Aragorn again. But we will see. Could be spending a good amount of time here. That's what I talked about when we were starting Rivendell. It'd probably be a lot here and even more than I thought it would be, but that is okay. Here it is. It looks a little bit darker again. I don't know. There's something about Trollshaws. Sometimes it just looks darker during the day. I don't remember if there's anything going on that makes it that way. Just because outside of actually questing, and I don't always pay attention questing what the whole environment looks like, especially during the middle of the day, but
What can I do for you?
it always seems like a purplish tone to this guy. So laying, okay, let's travel now for this. Ooh, this one looks like it might be a little bit more combat oriented. We're all the way up at Nan Tornath again. If I remember correctly, what do I need to do? But if I remember correctly, Glorfindel might be one of the characters that the Wardens were inspired by. I don't remember exactly. There is... Oh, talking about the Warden, I just pressed the Warden button. I need a whole minute to reset from that. There's the Gaunt Man, but Yeah, I don't remember if Glorfindel was one of the ones. Is somebody like that? Gilgalad is possible. Basically just going to say random elf names. Haldir, that is the one I was thinking of, not Glorfindel. Or, I don't know, one of the... There's Haldir, and then I think there's another one that in the game it says the warden was inspired by them, basically. But I don't remember if one of them was Glorfindel. Oh, there's actually more than one spirit. Yeah, Haldir. Took me a minute to get there, Brendan. Unfortunately, with the stream, there's a bit of the delay between chat and me. Or a bit of a delay with the stream, so sometimes the playback can be a little bit behind. I need to just totally reposition. Again, the whole sitting too long. As comfortable as my chair is, again, I have a thingy behind it, a fold-out chair that I use as a footrest. It makes it very comfortable sitting there overall, and I don't have to have like my legs cramped up. I sit cross-legged a lot, but I don't have to do that the whole time. Or what's really uncomfortable to me sitting at a desk is actually just having my legs down. So Shire Bounders, they're like the... Oh, that's the inspiration for Hobbit Wardens. I think I've heard similar things, and I think that kind of makes sense. The Hobbits, they aren't really a race that I play or am the biggest fan of. I feel like the Hobbits, some of them just look really weird in LOTRO specifically. Oh, did I not get close enough, or... Oop, there we go. Something is happening. I just didn't actually see that. I wonder if we actually get to... Oh, we do. Well, the quest says to defeat Ferndir. I don't know if we actually get to defeat him. Alright, I need a screenshot of him. I don't have enough evil people on my thumbnails. So Shiny Legions, you said you've been watching my videos for a year or two now, and you have to say, oh, I look nothing like I sound. That is actually something I have heard a lot. One person commented that I looked a lot less nerdy than they expected. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. That was a little bit of a weird one that I could see being either way. But I don't really know what I sound like. That is one problem with me. I don't know what I sound... what my sound makes me look like, basically. So yeah, I have no idea like what people would expect, because I have basically always looked like this, and... Oh, I am out of power. That would be... I have tons of power potions, or should have tons of power potions. There we go. Now let me remove my debuff. Oh no, it's going to run away. The north shall rot all of Eriador. Well, good luck with that.
What do you need?
I have, so this is a little bit of a weird one, but back in the day, some people, I don't know some people, but I just remember this comment a couple times that I sounded like I was Asian. Oh, and Shiny Legends, do you think I don't look soft-spoken, but I am soft-spoken? That is interesting. Again, I really don't know what I... For some reason, the phrasing of this is weird. I don't know what I sound like, how that makes me look, basically. Okay, so I need to go to Aragorn and up to Elrond for this. There's a lot of back and forth, but this adventure in Rivendell actually has not been too bad to me. Usually stuff like this gets me relatively bored, or at least not as exciting as just like regular questing to me, but this actually hasn't been too bad overall, and that is done with that. We have laid to rest the dead, and I am somehow doing something with sturdy hides. Oh, I was trying to turn my sturdy hides into sturdy leathers at the thingy there, the book library thing, whatever the scholars used that was. The bookshelf. I don't know what it's actually called. Study, maybe? Scholar study? Okay, headed southwest to the guest houses. I wonder if this will be my last adventure before I go to, or my last quest. So yeah, this character, I got level 38. I made good progress today as far as leveling. Actually, so the first stream on this character I got 4 levels. I went from 30 to 34. Today I went from 34 to 38, but I did go ahead and use my bonus XP, not that one. My Destiny XP, which I have a ton of Destiny, so it's not like it's a big investment for me to use that for bonus XP, but I did use that to help a little bit. And yeah, getting just the last of the levels to 42. Of course, I'll probably get, depending if I deed, and I would like to deed. I know it's something I don't really do too much on my channel, but I've just been in the mood for, whenever I go through a zone, I want to completely complete it. If that makes sense, like a completionist type thing. It's something I used to not really be like with LOTRO. Even though LOTRO is a great game for completionists and that kind of style. But it's something I actually kind of want to do. Bring Aragorn's letter to Calenglad, and he is Calenglad. I want to say he is at in Rivendell at that camp that I can't think of the name of right now. We will see. Tenudir, but Calenglad remains a cause for sorrow. Oh, he actually is there, but a cause for sorrow, this quest. I thought this was... I thought this was... Oh, and Bree. For some reason I thought it said west of North Down, so I just assumed Rivendell. This is in Bree, so that's actually something I can do pretty easily. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just wrap up these quests and I think get wrapped up with the stream. I went, or have been going over 3 hours, so pretty good time. I think made some good progress again. But yeah, just thinking the future of this character is such like a... I almost feel like I'm going to spend more time thinking about what I want to do with this character rather than actually doing something. Just because I feel like I'm on a little bit of a time crunch to try to get ready for Wildwood. Even though I could easily very quickly level just like spamming skirmishes, or even with my kinship I could probably get some people to run some group content which can level you decently fast. So there is stuff like that, and at least getting level 40 would be good. I think that will be very easy, but it really just depends when Wildwood is released. We don't really have a release date, so it's kind of hard to do exact preparations. Okay, cause for sorrow, that is somewhere I do not go in Bree very often, or maybe even ever. But yeah, last I heard, I think it was during one of the Cordovan streams. Not the one yesterday. It would have been, I don't know what happened during the one yesterday, but the one before that, I think you mentioned they were shooting for the second week of March for the release of Wildwood. Which is why I feel like I'm basically on a time crunch, because it could be, the release dates seem kind of inconsistent, maybe Tuesday to Thursday-ish. I feel like is when it would release if they did it this week or next week. And that's really what I want to prepare for it. And then if I'm already level 42, it's like no problem, I'm already prepared and all that. This is a very nice bow. I just have to go to Tonga now, wherever they are. I'm guessing Trollshaws, but I really don't know. A cause for joy. Yep, that is in Talbruin, and that is somewhere I cannot easily go, but I can somewhat easily go. I could use a mithril coin, but I don't feel the need to do that right now. I'm fine just traveling through Bree a little bit. in my weird orange outfit. These are a little bit interesting, these posted bills and things like this. And here, this is for turtles. And did that say turtles in the soup? Actually, I want to read that again. That did say turtles in the soup. But yeah, those quests, those type of things are very easy to miss if you don't already know about them. So maybe a little bit of a tip. There's a turtles in the soup quest there for level 14s. I don't remember exactly what that one involves, but yeah, just saw the person putting those up and it reminded me of that. So I have all these fellowship quests. They aren't going to be the best just for gaining XP. They'll be fun, I think, but again, worried a little bit about my level.
How can I be of service?
I do have missions. I can do those every day just like in my own time. They're pretty easy to run through, 3 a day. Get the daily done. I could even spam those as well. If I really need XP, maybe I'll do that and just actually work on the fun stuff, work on completionist, deeding, that type of stuff. Oh no, I don't have the swift travel? I did not discover that? Oh wow. Okay, I think that's worth a mithril coin. I have 279 of them. That is worth a mithril coin. I was talking earlier about my window on the right and how I had to close my curtain just because it's so bright out there, but one thing's, obviously when I'm playing this, I'm staring at the screen most of the time, but I really like looking out my window just while I'm at my desk. I, again, haven't really missed that because of what I'm doing. I'm paying attention. When I look to the right, I'm looking to the chat, not like looking outside, but it is something nice, but overall not really missed, even though I like it having it open. Anyways, that was just a random thing. I feel like, oh no, this is maybe somebody else. I was like, I thought I came across that person earlier. That person I did come across, he has the boar from War of the Three Peaks. I think we are going to Eka Candela. To Tonganel. Huh. That was kind of interesting how they travel. It went like straight to Haradir there. Like right at the NPC is where it decided to phase in the horse. And this stream, by the way, it looks like it's been a very active stream. Of course the chat has, but as far as viewership, I talk about it whenever I do a Saturday stream. It just surprises me how many people watch them. I don't know if it's the time, the day, or just something about Saturday, the day of the week. It's a good day to stream. But yeah, every time I stream on Saturday, I feel like, okay, I need to do this every Saturday. Doesn't necessarily always happen, as you all probably see. Sometimes, again, videos, different type of things like that. So now we need to go to Calenglad. And this one is also very easy if I just guide to Bree and then swift travel to... Okay, the only concern is this character might not have that swift travel unlocked to Rivendell over there. What is this? The Ill Omens buff? Yep.
How can I be of service?
That person I just ran into. So I do not have to neuter, but again, this is what I have mithril coins for, basically to unlock all these swift travels on my characters, and to sometimes quick travel for quests. Looks like it's a little bit cloudy, rainy-ish in Bree. Even Rivendell looks like that a little bit. Not the brightest day in Eriador, it seems like, but this water, this is where I said the water looks really good in LOTRO. This is the exact type of example for that. Lake Rivendell is very nice because it's not just flat and there's actually some motion in it. So you don't like just see the reflection or whatever. And I think that looks really nice. I could do, just like as a random thing, I could do it Numenos or something like that even, but there are a lot of options. It's just taken me a while to really think about in my head what I want to do. What are these tapestries?
What do you need?
Oops. Yeah, we will get whatever that is. Okay, we'll not be doing that quest. Oh, this tells you what is under control. So these are, when they're all under control, all players receive a bonus to the wardens of a Numenos reputation from killing enemies. Okay. So as far as Evendim stuff, I don't think there is much I really would want to do here on this character. Good for me to randomly open my vault to see what this character has. I'm guessing, okay, actually I do have some of my random cosmetic stuff. I don't think there's anything in particular I want to put in there. Actually, I could put the quiver in there, that's a cosmetic type thing. I might even put these boxes just because I'm not really using them. These 4 loot boxes I could open if I really wanted like the motes of enchantment. I just have to remember this character is one that still has those. But the like anniversary gift boxes, the year gift boxes here, from those I will get 4 total black steel keys, bound ones. So I do not get keys from the LOTRO store or anything like that, but that is why I always say 4 loot boxes per character. But yeah, I think in the future for this character, I will actually craft stuff for him. Oh, better to actually discover this time. I hope I did that with Rivendell. I almost feel like I did not actually discover Rivendell. Sometimes I do that travel and then forget. We might be running across an issue there, but I will just return to camp when that happens. But yeah, I think I will get this character ready to do some missions, and I can do those to really fill in any XP gaps. And then maybe even instances or just skirmishes for fun. And all that type of stuff that I do enjoy doing. Almost feel like I don't even get to do it that much, or don't have much purpose for doing those just for XP, because it's not really something, compared to what I used to think about with leveling, I'm not really worried about character XP usually. It's just for this character I have the solid goal of getting ready for Wildwood. And I also had the book quest. I forgot about the book quest with Trollshaws somehow. So yeah, a lot of things going on basically that I have for XP. And as far as this character goes, as far as the stream goes, as a little review, where am I going? Maybe I'll even do a mission now just while I'm doing the outro type stuff, because I basically wrapped everything up and that's where I was going. But as a little bit of a review, I did missions and then even got my class quest done for the first little bit. And then we did Trollshaws questing for a while. I picked back up where I left off, did Talbruin and basically finished that, and Highmoor as well. So I have some group quests left. About Wall of Ice. I have group quests left and the book quests as far as Trollshaws go, and I have deeding left. So all that is stuff I would kind of hope to be able to do before Wildwood, but realistically I don't know if it will happen. Tomorrow I am planning on not doing all that much and maybe working on editing a video and anything else I need to do. And yeah, we will see as far as Wildwood goes, we will see if it actually releases this week, or it would be next week, today's still Saturday. We will see if it releases next week or not. And I think there's also the potential that we'll be getting the producer's letter this year. And of course I've made a lot of videos, different things that have I've made a lot of videos on the news that will probably be going into the producer's letter, but I will make a video covering just the producer's letter, which will hopefully have some exciting stuff that they haven't really teased about yet. And hello, Ryan. I am apparently totally lost. I think that ice wall I destroyed, I needed to actually walk past that, and that is my issue right now. I just don't remember where I destroyed that ice wall. Maybe it was over here. Here we go, this is more normal. But yeah, it's basically destroying all these ice walls now. So Hunsu, the reasons to open loot boxes. I guess you were here when I was talking about that. So, first, yes, I am not a fan of loot boxes in general, but the reasons to open them is they have gear. So like the leveling loot boxes, the ones around this level, they would have gear and they have cosmetics and they give a little bit of Figments of Splendor, which Figments of Splendor as a currency you can barter for different cosmetics, and that The currency of Figments of Splendor, you can only get it from loot boxes, so it's kind of wrapped into that system. And then you can also get Motes of Enchantment, but you can get Motes of Enchantment from other things. Notably now, missions is probably the most consistent source of Motes of Enchantment. I don't know if any old like Mordor content or update 20, not update 20, but Northern Mirkwood, basically if any old level cap content, if they're like weeklies and dailies that give Motes of Enchantment now, I'm not too familiar with that. But anyway, loot boxes would have Motes of Enchantment as well, and Motes of Enchantment you can barter for boxes, not loot boxes. Oh, you're talking about old loot boxes. I was like looking at the chat and I see you said old loot boxes. So I'm guessing you're familiar with the new loot boxes, but just to continue that to be a little bit complete, let me go ahead and accept these just so I can have more missions. That's what I do on all my characters. Whenever I go to the missions, I accept them even if I don't do them all. That way I have these all open as options if I do want to do them. The Sacrificial Tower, I feel like this one isn't that bad. There is one mission that's particularly annoying, I think, that has to deal with towers, but not like this. This would be a great mission to be in the yellow line. I almost feel like setting up the yellow line and actually trying it out. I know I like the yellow line, I always talk it up, but I really just have not been interested in playing the yellow line, but this specific mission makes me want to switch to the yellow line briefly. And I think with my current setup, it's actually not all that different. I think there are only a couple modifications I have to make to my keybinds. Oh, this is weird. But yeah, I think there's only a couple of these modifications I have to make. We'll get tripwire damage over time, explosive arrow, trap damage at this level I'll get. Rain of Thorns, definitely want that. Okay, I have 5 points left to spend. Damage over time. Okay. Minus cooldown. Probably this one. And then the last one here. Ooh, I could get traps to be ranged or piercing trap. I'll go ahead and get piercing trap. Okay, this one cost focus. This one cost focus. This one, okay. Explosive arrow, this is the one I want over here, I think. Really don't remember. The setup on the spec is so weird. I don't think I quite do that. Something like this should work. And this one, I usually have that somewhere slightly different, but we'll go with this and see how this works with them. We'll do some yellow line hunter stuff. So this, my explosive decoy, hasn't even actually exploded yet. That's when it gets good. But just in short, that is the good stuff about the yellow line. Just a lot more flexibility in AoE, I think. And okay, Ryan, you don't know what is going on, and you're asking if I am in a mine. I am in. This is a mission. So this is from the latest update, which is a mini expansion. They have this missions feature, which is new to the game with this, and you go to these NPCs, they're level 20 to 130. This is something you do have to buy the mini expansion for, so if you're new to the game and haven't bought it, you probably don't have it. The rest of the content in the update is level 130, just for some reference. But anyway, this is basically like a solo instance that's essentially a quest that's just like takes you into an instance. The kind of neat feature of it is, I feel like I'm missing the stairs to go up. Here they are. But the neat feature is you can be level 20 to 130 to do it. So like this area that's normally only level 130s would be able to explore. You get some little quests here that you can do. But I think that, in short, if I described it okay, is what it is. Yellow Line Hunter is fun. I really do enjoy it. I just feel like I've played it almost too much, and there's just some weird stuff. I feel like with Lingering Wind, that is almost the main thing that bothers me. I really liked it before it consumed focus. I know it was even weaker back then, and overall it's more powerful. And they also updated a lot of other stuff with the Yellow Line Hunter as far as damage goes, but I almost feel like that singular thing is what bothers me about the spec somehow. and just the thing bothering me enough that I don't really want to play it too much lately. Okay, but as far as the old loot boxes, Hansu, sorry for not really getting to that. I think the old loot boxes is they have a lot of unique things. There's not too much reason to open them. If you do happen to have an old sturdy steel key, they can be useful, but yeah, they basically have all that old stuff that I think is relatively unneeded. As we do the next mission, how about the secret Frost Elf? Then as we do this next mission, where is this? This is, okay, Thickle Gundu. So I need to mine the Frost Elf. This one is actually a mine. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I was going to say I probably won't run Yellow Line, but this is a great spot for Yellow Line right here as well with all these bats. We're going to do the champion method, even though I'm playing a hunter. And basically you place the explosive decoy, and then you pull the mob that didn't come here. You wait for the explosive decoy to finally go off. If it ever goes off. It takes a while. Did it not actually explode there? Okay, that is not good. Maybe it did explode. I just didn't see the animation if it did. Wait, you really need the explosive decoy to go off, and right now I need to build focus. And otherwise you have Rain of Arrows and then all those traps. Rain of Arrows should do a decent amount of damage, but didn't do all that much. I also feel like I'm missing a skill. I should have Intent Concentration. And that should have helped with my focus generation a lot there. But anyway, that is the champion strategy for the Yellow Line Hunter. So D-Bomb 23, you pictured me with long blonde hair for some reason. Again, just for me, I really don't know how to picture what I sound like. Mainly because I already know what I look like. At the same time, I will say, whenever I'm editing videos, my voice is relatively unrecognizable because what I hear in my voice compared to what it actually sounds recorded is of course different. I think that's the case for everybody. Like if I unmuted my stream, that sounds a little bit odd to me, but it is what I sound like, I think. But anyway, I feel like I should be doing outro stuff. I just keep playing right now. I guess I'm having a hard time giving up LOTRO, even though I am definitely hungry and ready for dinner and all that. And do, actually, as I mentioned earlier, do feel like I just need to get up. I even have to use the restroom. But when there's rich ore to be mined, I feel like I have to be there. And where there's championing to do on a hunter, I also feel like I have to be there. And I feel like I missed a rich door because there are only 2 here. I need 3 more. But for outro stuff, as far as future content goes, I plan to take tomorrow mostly off and work on editing and maybe working on some videos and getting ahead of a couple other things that I can go ahead and do. And then for the week, I could actually try to squeeze in a stream on Monday, but it would probably be Tuesday because I would like to have a video on Monday, and actually I'm trying to work on a World of Warcraft video, which is unusual for my channel because usually when I do WoW, I say WoW and then I go actually WoW for the game because the triple trap there, that just does so much damage. It did about 4,000 total damage and the mob just went down as he was going out and then into the new traps. But anyway, yeah, that is kind of something true, D-Bomb, that I would agree with. People don't really match what you might visualize though. And yes, I did get very bored with WoW. That is going to be a portion of the topic of the video I'm working on. So I did a Shadowlands stream. I don't remember if you were in that. I know you're in a few of my streams, but I don't remember specifically that one. But basically, I was going through the Shadowlands content on my mage, and in the middle of the stream, which is very extreme for me, I got bored in the middle of the stream running through the content. So much so that I actually had to switch characters because I was just getting too bored to really continue on. And I don't like making boring content. I don't like making content where I actually look bored the whole time. What mission did I just complete? Actually, I could complete these missions and not turn them in and just have them ready to turn in tomorrow for the daily. Alright, I will actually... What did I do there, though? Scatha's Legacy? Well, I have not done Scatha's Legacy, but I want to do Scatha's Legacy because I remember just doing this quest on Louisden. Okay, you were there, but yeah, I unfortunately was getting bored of the Shadowlands content in the middle of that. We are doing the champion strategy for the Yellow Line Hunter here. So Explosive Decoy, Rain of Thorns is optional in this case. Explosive Decoy should kill everything. I'm actually using so many of my AoEs I don't even need Explosive Decoy all that much. Like, there is one worm left, and Explosive Decoy hasn't even gone off. And Explosive Decoy, for people unfamiliar, just did 2600 damage. It's like a one-shot things type strong. So Hunsu, you could tell I wasn't enjoying it. I tried not to show that too much. I think I mentioned throughout it that I was like not having that much fun with it, but you could actually tell I wasn't enjoying it. Hopefully you can tell how much I am enjoying my time on this hunter here, though, in contrast. Maybe that's one big thing, because I did that WoW stream, and then I think just actually going back to LOTRO after that, a lot more exciting. As many things as I have to complain about LOTRO, there's also a lot to like about it. And one of the main things, again, this is a video I'm supposedly going to work on. Maybe tomorrow I'll actually put some progress into it. Mainly LOTRO is a fun game to me. That is the big draw of it. It's just like fun to play. Okay, got this mission done. Let's see. So yeah, future content, WoW video. Yeah, sometimes WoW does feel like work and grinding. Sometimes even LOTRO feels that way, though. Mainly with getting like trait points, and even to an extent, virtues and allies can feel like work and grinding. But I just don't even bother with that with LOTRO. I don't feel like it's all that much needed, even though it sometimes is very helpful. Okay, so more missions just to have them complete. How about Glutton in the Larder? That one does not sound that great, but it could be great. Okay, this one actually does look great. When I enter here, it's the same... Wow. This is the same cave. But there's a Sturkvith the Bloated I need to kill here. There he is. Wow, whatever that fire breath is, I'm glad I'm avoiding it. Oh, I thought I already did Explosive Decoy. Somehow I didn't even pull the big worm, the Bloated there. Get my I was going to say like Fury or something, but focus up for Rain of Thorns, and now Explosive Shot, and things die. Yeah, Hunsu, Yellow Line Hunter, this is pretty fun. Basically, as I'm talking about doing the champion strategy, pulling a bunch of things, using my traps, using Explosive Decoy, and then just exploding everything. In Dre's games, yes, LOTRO does have a pretty massive world that is nice. It is a very large MMO with huge world and huge landscapes and things like that. That is actually one thing. Bastion, I thought it would be a nice little area, a nice little landscape type area, but the more I played there, the more it just... I don't know, something about it I just didn't like too much. Then I'm doing a lot more missions than I expected, but I just want to have enough so that when I turn them in, I can just log in tomorrow on this character and turn some in. Not really have to invest too much time into them. Let's see, I just need to defeat Hobgoblins, so let's continue with the champion strategy here. I almost feel like it's not really fair calling this a champion strategy. I just call it that because when people AoE and think of AoE like this and rounding up all the mobs, usually people think of champion. I think of warden, but warden's a little bit different. I think champion even I would do this, but I would hit them along the way. There's just, as a yellow line hunter, not too much for me to hit these mobs with along the way. And I want them all grouped up so they're all in the explosive decoy. This might actually get dangerous. There is the threat that I could die. I have not died on this character though, which is very weird. I don't think in any of the Trollshaws content I have somehow not died. And if you all ever watch me on my warden or other characters, usually I'm just like going on with pulling things, chain pulling things like very dangerously in situations like this, but this character has done some dangerous-ish stuff. I've gotten a little bit close with like the elite drakes there, with the ranged one just burning me. That was some good AoE. But yeah, and Joey, oh, the big raids you mentioned with WoW, that's the main reason people play. And the big raids, I found I don't really like them as much as I used to, specifically raiding in WoW. For me, ever since LFR opened, that seems to be what I usually do. And I think one problem is I haven't really had a consistent guild in WoW for a while, so it's been... raiding I don't think is quite as fun when you don't have a consistent guild like that. I'm going to have a ton of XP to be getting tomorrow when I turn all these in. Oh, I need to block goblin doors. This is an annoying mission. I'm glad to go ahead and get it done. But this will be the final mission. I'm going to actually set this as the limit for the final mission I do in this stream. I really was supposed to be wrapping the stream up like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago maybe even. But yeah, future content. I've talked so much about it that I'll have that WoW video. And talked about it being weird because I don't really have WoW videos like the one I will have coming up, but it's mainly I want to try to edit that on Sunday. And then we'll hopefully have it Monday, which means I will probably have a LOTRO stream on Tuesday. And then we will see if there's any interesting news Wednesday. I feel like Wednesday is a big news day sometimes for LOTRO, so we'll see if there is any news for me to cover then, and if there's anything about Wildwood by then. And then, yeah, Tuesday I plan to actually get this character completely, not completely ready, but high enough level for Wildwood, basically. And this is probably an example of a type of mission I should be doing in the blue line, just because I'm not really having those big AoE situations. That is, at least until now. Oh yeah, with Classic, I have not done raids in Classic WoW. I'll talk also a little bit about Classic WoW in the video. So Sven Stephenson, you said you like my streams a lot and then visiting my videos as well. I'm glad you like all of that. We will see how the WoW video goes. I actually would like to make more videos of WoW than I do, and stream WoW more. One problem with streaming WoW is I just haven't found it fun lately. But other than that, let's see, later in the week, yeah, we'll see if Wildwood actually releases next week. I think that was, as I mentioned with the community manager, at least what I heard he said. I don't know why somebody would say that was scheduled when that didn't actually happen, but basically Wildwood, if it actually does release next week, we'll cover a lot of that. I shouldn't have too much next week. There's a little bit. But yeah, shouldn't have too much basically that I am aware of that will prevent me. And then the week after that, we have, as far as like school and work goes, I will have spring break. And because there is not all that much to do right now, no really vacationing or traveling that I have planned, that means I can work on videos a lot then, which Wildwood, if it is actually delayed from next week, and the only reason I'm talking about Wildwood as a big if like this is one, because we don't have a set release date, and two, I almost feel like after all the feedback from War of Three Peaks and not having like a release date a little bit before it launched, a lot of people were critical about that. That's why I say if, because I almost feel like with Wildwood they would actually give us a little bit of a heads up, but I don't really know. And the new Lord of the Rings MMO, all I have seen of that is basically nothing. And my thoughts on it is I probably would not enjoy it overall. But those are very much so preconceptions. I don't even know. Just because Lord of the Rings MMO is a new MMO like that. And as far as I know, Amazon Studios, they're the ones that did New World. From what I've seen of New World, that game doesn't really have much interest to me. I like the older MMORPG feel, and I really doubt a new MMORPG like that would have the old feel. That reminds me, there is a game that is in development that is supposed to be the classic older MMORPG feel, gameplay, that type of stuff. I forget what it's called, but it has been in development for a while and is in like some pre-alpha state, last I heard. The name of it is totally slipping my mind right now, but that is a game. As far as like new games go, that is actually one I might have some interest in. But this isn't the most interesting area for me to do this. But yeah, there's a new Lord of the Rings MMO, I think, in development, probably quite a bit away. There's Capo. He's a gravedigger. That took me way too long to type that. But yeah, I think Amazon Studios, the one that did New World, is coming out, is in development with that. New World is only on Steam. That is also a little bit scary. I actually don't even have Steam. Oh, and the big graphical update to LOTRO to be finished in time for Amazon series. That is, I am honestly a little bit skeptical on that. And while we are talking, I need to do something other than just stand here. I know I said that was going to be my last mission, but this will actually be my... Whoa, hold up. Where else would I go? There's water there. No. Okay, that killed me. Do I go up? Aha. I was like, there's no way the actual way to go is down, but I almost feel like this is a jumping puzzle for a minute. But the thing with the graphical update with LOTRO, that was from a shareholders meeting, as far as I know, shareholders presentation when NN Global 7 acquired Daybreak Games, who were previously the publishers of LOTRO. I guess technically the publishers now would be EG7. I don't know if Daybreak Games still would be the publishers or how that would work. But at the top of the chain, we have EG7, and then there's Standing Stone Games, the developers. And it is possible if EG7, I guess, gives them funding or whatever resources they're needing. But I think I've heard... Where do I go here? I am totally lost. Do I actually have to, like... I really do feel like I have to do some sort of jumping puzzle. There's so much. It looks like that's all, like, gold. Over here, maybe? Is there any item? Oh, here. Did I miss this, or... Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe? Oh, nope. Am I in the right spot, though? I don't think I am. Oh, here we go. I have no idea what was going on here, but I found some dwarves. That is good. Yeah, I really do feel like we're going to get to that, Joey. This will be my last mission, then 3 missions later. I'll still be running more. That's some nice reflection. This is Kidzul Kala. I have not gotten to this. This is, as far as I know, the Moria instance, actually. I just have not gotten to that. Oh, somebody in the kin is having pizza. I do not like pizza. So my pizza that I like would be without the bread, without the cheese. That is the most important part, without the cheese. And with fried graham... What? I don't know what was coming out of my mouth. Fried ground beef and spaghetti noodle pasta. But still, some of the tomatoes, okay. I really wonder, because I haven't done this instance, Kizzle Kala, if this is actually a part of the instance, or even if these are like mobs that are in the instance, or what is going on. That will be interesting to see if I ever get to that on Louisden. I think it came as part of Wells of Lingflood, so I assume there's something I will unlock with it, but maybe not. Okay. So, talked about future content. As far as this stream went a lot longer than planned, but that is okay. Actually, from the beginning, from the very planning stages, I thought it could go this long, so didn't really have much of a setback there. But ever since like an hour ago, it went way longer than planned, but that is okay as well. Yeah, as far as this stream goes, it has been a very active stream again, so I really will try to do Saturday day streams like this, daytime streams. And I hope y'all enjoyed all the content we did with missions, Wildwood preparation the whole time, but missions, Trollshaws, and all that stuff. And somebody became a channel member. I feel kind of bad because I forgot who it was. I really should. I am unfortunately a bit bad with names. It was Varya Andreva, who became a channel member quite a while ago. So I wanted to thank them as well for that and for the support. And yeah, as far as everything we did today, I hope y'all enjoyed. Oh no, Hansu. Whenever you eat pizza, you make sure it's drowning in cheese. Yeah, I do not like cheese. Not a fan of cheese. But anyway, as far as the stream goes, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider liking and subscribing for more, or becoming a channel member to support the content. And yeah, we will likely have more